What is good, chat? I've got emotional baggage to unpack right now. Something happened, I'm not happy, I want to rant about it, but I have no friends here, so I'm gonna rant about it to a bunch of unsuspecting strangers. So thank you, you're part of the process now. God damn it, real life. Those are annoying. Who still wants that? Okay, so long story short. Oh, it's gonna be a train wreck. How are you doing, by the way? Want to make sure with the chat, as I just went in hopping about my problems. Someone said, what is this about? This is about me ranting about what happened. First of all, let's get the stream rolling. I have no classes tomorrow, means I can sleep late. Don't stay up late just because you want to watch my stream. It's fine. I'm gonna be working on this thing. It's a project for a client. So, to get to the point, it's a low poly stylized thing. The next video is on the way. I'm working on it. It's taken a long time because I have stuff like this in between. But yeah, this is what I'm working on today. No spoilers. I don't want to spoil my main video, but I want to talk about stuff. How are you? Not good. I am not okay. Things happened. So, you know, a while ago I had this problem. Wait, let me just put this on the screen. I think I can find it. A while ago I had this problem with my plumbing. I even posted a picture. It was nasty. The plumbing in this block of flats is awful. It's just straight up shit. Media, hold on. Can't enter Discord two-factor authentication. You sense my absence. Yes, I do. Good luck. We're expecting you back. Salute to you, sir. I think it should be here. It was, I don't know how long ago. Yes, Fun Part 2.0. So this thing, what happened here, I had problems with my plumbing. So the bathroom got completely clogged. I had to call a plumber. He brought this big boy drill. He put it down like 5 fucking meters down into the toilet and started drilling through the walls, through the pipes, through everything to get it unclogged. My bathroom was a mess. Everything is covered in shit. If you look at this, can I zoom in? I cannot. Yes, I can. Oh wait, no, I can't. Anyway, on the floor, that is shit. On the bathroom, like on the bath. Shit. On the sink, shit. On the walls, shit. My entire bathroom covered in shit. This right here, inside the siphon, inside the little drain on the floor, that is my towel. My towel is drenched in shit. I had to throw it into the garbage. Not usable. So it's not fun. Plumbing issues are not fun. Everybody should have plumbing. Might as well go back to live in Africa. So this is what it looks like up close. Every time you use the bathroom. So I had problems with this before. Notice the siphon. Notice the drain on the floor. That is going to be a big culprit in the future. So today, I am ranting because yesterday I had a friend over. She's just a friend of mine. We've been friends for 8 years. No, guys. She's got a boyfriend. Okay? Calm your tits. She was over because she wanted to watch Elvis, the movie. By the way, it's a shitty movie. Don't watch it. It was bad. She was over. And just as we started watching the movie, just as we hit play, the doorbell rings. Which is weird, because it never happens in the capital, because I have no friends here. So, who could that be? I walk over, open the door, and I see my downstairs neighbor. And she came off kind of aggressively. It's like she was attacking me, right? She came up and said, "Close the water." And I said, "What are you talking about? What water?" Oh, fuck, I forgot I have this sub count. I should put this in the same folder so I can scale it up instantly. So, she said, "Close the water." I said, "What water? My water's closed. There's nothing going on, right?" She told me, "Close the water. My ceiling is dripping. It's dripping down again, just like before. What are you doing? Close the damn water." And I said, "Come in. Nothing is, like, it's not even clogged. No water, no anything. Like, I'm doing fine. It's like the pipes are fixed." She says, "Come with me." I walk downstairs, and I see the ceiling. It's dripping with water. It's got, like, a big, nasty... I don't even know what it is. It's like fucking mushrooms start growing on the ceiling, you know? It's some of those nasty shit. It was dripping down onto the floor. And I said, "Oh, wow, that's not good. I had no idea. Might as well, you know, call the landlord, see what we can do. Call the plumber, see what we can do." So I started calling numbers, okay? The movie's gonna have to wait. I call, first of all, my parents, because they have more life skill than I am. Ask them, "Hey, yo, what should I do about this?" They told me what I already thought. Call the landlord, whatever. And they gave me a number of the people in charge of this flat. So there's, if this is my issue, if this is an issue for my flat, the landlord has to cover it as long as it's not something I've broken intentionally. And I don't think I've stuck anything down the toilet. The worst thing is my beard shavings. but that's okay. People put this in the drain. I don't even put it in the drain. I put it into the toilet because that's a wider pipe so it doesn't clog up the pipes. I'm a good boy. I take care of the apartment. So the problem here is he should cover this until it's not intentionally. But if the issue is not on my flat, if the issue is on the main drainage of the whole block of flats, then it's the insurance company by the people who actually own the block of flats, which I don't actually know who owns this, but we do have people who are in charge of this. So they gave me the number of the people who are in charge. I called them up, I tell them the situation. They gave me like one number. Oh yeah, you have to call this and this department, and they gave me a number. I called that guy. Oh, he's on vacation. I called him back. Oh, he's on vacation. Let me give you the number of this guy. He's filing in for him. I called the other guy, and he says, oh yeah, okay, that's a plumbing thing. Yes, you have issues with your pipes. You should call the plumber. It is insured. The insurance company will cover it. He said the insurance company will cover it. I called the plumber. I explained the situation again for the third time. He says, okay, I'm stopping by at 6. He stops by at 6. He just left. I'm just fresh out of this whole thing. He left, and when he was here, he was checking this out. He pulled everything apart. Obviously, my bathroom is a mess. The plumbers, they do shit, man. I mean, fix my pipes, please. I'm grateful, but you know, I've got shit in my bathroom. It's almost like this again. Jesus. So he does all this stuff. He shows me pictures. He goes in with a super smart plumber phone with extra settings and waterproof. Takes pictures of all the shit. Apparently, my siphon, the drain on the floor right here, you can see, is made out of 2 parts. Wait. Let me show you images. It's a double siphon. It's not like this. It's like they're stacked on top of each other, and they can turn individually. Like billions of years of evolution, and we still make crap like this. It's this thing. Look, it's got 2 pipes, except the lower part can rotate separately, and it's connected with like a little plastic with tire, rubber. I mean, it's connected with rubber, and they can rotate. The plumber told me that's a very shitty design, and they usually use it because they can't get around corners, so whoever built this flat, whoever renovated, is an idiot. Luckily, that wasn't me, so I'm not the idiot, but I was like, I have to live with this, right? It's now my responsibility because I'm the one living here, and I'm the one who got the short end of the stick. He said that the plastic between this popped, and water is leaking down onto the other person. It's not flooding my flat. I would not have known unless the person below me told me, hey, yo, I'm leaking from the ceiling. So he said he has to take my toilet bowl out, toilet off. In the next picture, toilet off, no toilet. He's gonna go through, there's a little hole here in this opening. There's a little hole. He's gonna go in, shove everything down underneath the bathtub. That's what he said. I don't know. He's gonna take the siphon out, replace these 2 siphons, and a whole bunch of other things that I didn't understand. But there's a lot of stuff to do, and now I had to call my landlord to let him know if it's okay for him to come on the Friday, because that expense is gonna have to be covered by him. Because the plumber, he's gonna send me the bill. I'm gonna send it to my landlord. The landlord's gonna pay the bill, and then he's gonna go to the insurance company, show them the bill, show them the photos. I had to take pictures of everything. I have photographs up close of a fucking 3D scan of the whole bathroom, if I must. He's gonna show him the pictures and the bill, so he can prove that it is a legitimate thing, and the insurance company is gonna give him back the money. So that is the situation. I had to call a whole bunch of people, and now we wait 2 days. 2 days, and you know the reaping is gonna happen. I'm gonna have to clean up shit from the floor again. It's not a pleasant thing. Anyway, this is where I come from right now. I said, fuck this. I wanna stream. I wanna rant to random people and relax while working on a nice little project. Anyway, let's see chat. I haven't seen chat in a while. Whenever life gets you down, keeps you wearing a frown. No, that's not gonna help right now. I'm not in the mood. I'm doing an assignment. Let me put you in the background. Break up the silence. Okay, sure. Hi Sammy, welcome to the stream. Sorry I ignored you. I was having a rant. A lot of people are just confused about me talking about my toilet. Hard life. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm having a shit day. I decided to stream to let it out. My freaking toilet, man. The one from the house tour video. Look, this toilet. I put shit in my toilet. This is where I shit. If you're not familiar with this, by the way, subscribe to DullBreeze. It's my secondary channel. This guy right here. You should. It's funny content. Guys, I put shit in my toilet. I deserve a subscribe count. Right? I deserve your subscribe right now. You do it. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Did you do it? Like, right now. Yeah? Yeah, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Okay, thank you. It's funny stuff. Like, it takes me too long to make my main stuff, so I'm posting random shit up there. If you want extra content, it's good stuff. Literally a shit day. Thank you, Davi, for your comment. Made my day. I still have to deal with this. So, I mean, one thing comes out of this. On Friday, he's gonna come at 9 a.m., which means I don't have to go to work. Because I leave in the afternoon, I got a train to catch, which is great. It works out for me perfectly. I got a free day from work. I'll finish this thing, and it's gonna be better. A moment of silence for Sharp's toilet. Thank you, guys. I need moral support. I came to this stream for moral support. You guys are being great chads right now. So, let me explain what this project is right now. I got contacted by the band that I did the PewDiePie music video for. We're in contact. They're great guys. They contacted me. They said, I have a friend who needs 3D animation services. And I said, yeah, sure. Send him over to me. We'll talk about it. And the guy said he's basically making this game. It's like Pokemon Sword and Shield type style thing. And he's got little monsters flying around. The monsters, by the way, they look shitty. I'm sorry, dude, but it's an awful game. Look at this. It's all random. Like, these are monsters. The shoes, that's a monster. This is a monster. I already made this one. Battery monster, bells monster. And basically they can transform into swords and shields and armor and rocket boots or whatever. And basically the whole thing is, these things follow you around, they can transform into useful gear, and then you fight other people. That's the premise of the game. I already have the character models. Now I'm making the little monster ones. And then after I'm done with this, if I'm done on stream, I'm gonna start tackling, you know, the shields and the swords and all sorts of... It's gonna take me a while. Let's just stay here and chat. I really have to get like a system of... Somebody reads me back the chat and I have like an earpiece so I can keep track of what's going on. Hopefully get rid of your shitty situation. You guys are so funny. Is the music over? Huh. Okay, let's go browse. What do you guys want to listen to? Let me know in the chat. What do we want to listen to? What are we listening to? Beats, electronica, hip hop, small emotions, pop, acoustic, rock, funk. Funk is fun. Classical. Hi, Green King. Let me know. Lo-fi. Do we have lo-fi here? I'm gonna take this suggestion. I'm sure I saw it. Maybe it's like a mood instead of Lojos, electronica, electro. Maybe it's in moods. Actually, let me search lo-fi. Because... actually, I could just play this. It's fine. Lo-fi. Right? Can you hear the music well? All good? Settle in. We're gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna be working on stuff. Being productive. It's funny how I just got back from work. And here I am working again. Okay, so if I scale this now, it should work. No, not the chat box. I do all the wrong things. How do I YouTube? Sub goal. This should go in the folder, right? Where's the... sub goal? Scale it down. I'm sorry, I'm doing a bad job, okay? I'm not good at strum. Okay, so this should all scale now. Great. And the chat box should go up here. And now, minimize this. And we start tackling the thing. So, what I was working on right now, before this whole thing, I have the files in here. I'm gonna try to keep up on chat here. I'm gonna likely be working on too. Yeah, so I'm aware of mostly my streams are just background noise. I really wanna have something interesting to talk about. Apart from this whole plumbing experience, I have no idea. Like, there's not really much that happens. Once you're an adult, you go to work, you come back from work, and that's it, that's your life. I was working on these little bells here, so I guess that's where I'm picking up from. We're not gonna be working in this terrain. There's only so many polygons in there. You have to make this first. So, I guess we could open up PureRef, reference. Reference is great. And I throw... Fuck! Stop it. I throw this little image into here. And yeah, work off of that. Okay. It doesn't seem like they have anything on top, so maybe this is like the finished thing, but I do want to make like some shape keys or something. I'll put the reference behind my camera so it doesn't disturb you too much. So I think what I want to do is make some shape keys, like I've said, because it's going to make it easier to animate. I don't want to make a rig or whatever. Let's be honest, the thing you talked about earlier was shit. God damn it, Sammy. Trying to make good content. I gotta leave, but I'm not gonna say no homo, okay? Good luck, thank you. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm losing my mind. Okay, I wanna put the cursor to select it, and then I wanna rotate everything from my 3D cursor. So if I rotate this now, the rotation point is gonna be from the cursor. I'm going to select and expand my selection. Actually, first of all, I want to make a shape key. This is the basis. Make a new shape key. Call it north. I don't know if it's north or not. I don't fucking, doesn't matter. Let's say north is this direction. So rotate on the Y. Bonk. And this is like one shape key. That's it. And if I jump out, this is a shape key that's now gonna blend between them. It's not smooth, it's not natural, but this is a tiny element on a small character. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I'm taking a lot of shortcuts. I'm kind of in a rush. So, make another one. Call it south. Make it bonk into the other way. Another one. Call it east. Wait, so if north is up, east is on the right. So it should go in this direction. East. Yes. And then we got west. Bonk. Now I should be left with 4 shape keys. North makes it move in that direction. South makes it move in that direction. Is that too much? Nah, it's good. East makes it move there, and west makes it move there. Yeah, don't mind the top morphin. Doesn't matter. No one's gonna see this. So this is bell number 1. I am now going to move this out the way. No longer using the cursor. Why do I feel like the music keeps getting away? Like, keeps going away. Bell 1. Do you hear it, by the way? Because I don't. Explain what you're doing. I'm working on a project for a client. That's what I'm doing. I got a client. I got a project for a client. That is why I have to pause my main video, but it's really funny. It's great. I might leak it in the end. If you stay till the end of the stream, I might leak what I'm working on. And after it's done, the stream is gonna be nowhere to be found. The stream is gone from YouTube. You can't watch it anymore. It's only going to be visible. I had to plug my second channel. It's only going to be visible. I love how YouTube is recommending my own work. It's gonna be visible on this channel, the only other place where you can see my live streams. It's gonna be posted here, no longer on my main channel. If you want live stream, go DullBreeze. So I have this YouTube video. I've been working on it ever since I finished the last one. When the last one went up, I started working on this one. That is how it goes. Zero break, instantly started working. But it's been taking so long that I made a secondary channel, so I'm able to post things while I'm working on the previous one. Where is Moth? Moth is dead. I found it like a week later. Why are you not streaming on DullBreeze mainly? Because nobody knows that channel. I've got 200 subscribers. If I stream there, no one's gonna see my stream. If I stream here, you know, you guys know my channel. Where is Moth? It's dead. Moth is dead. We killed it. I killed it. Bad Moth. Maybe if I... Actually, I can make like a cube and try to model that into like a ribbon shape. And then apply subdivision surface modifier. Because it's supposed to be cartoony, right? No one cares. So if I don't know, make an edge loop. Extrude individual faces. Like that. And then move this one up. Actually, no, that's not how it's supposed to go. These should be extruded together. This has to go in. And I can just manipulate the individual faces, right? Because if this goes out... I'm going to add a subdiv modifier, so it's going to be even better. This goes in. Like, that's all I have to do, right? This is going to work. SharpWind, when making Bory the Robot short film, was it storyboarded, scripted, written, etc.? Of course, yeah. You have to plan everything. Because if you don't plan this, you're going to screw yourself over, and you're going to have to do way more work for no reason. Every shot Even if it was short. That one shot of Bori just driving through the park, I ended up having to do it completely in 3D. Some of the shots are not even recorded in real life. It's completely 3D. Because of the fact that I didn't properly plan, I had to rely on 3D. Luckily nobody noticed, but if you do these things, you have to plan them. It is important. I'm gonna add a mirror modifier. Mirror. Mirror on the Y. Oh no. Mirror object is gonna be the sphere. Yes. And now, subdivision surface. Put it on 2, shade smooth, and now we shape it further. So, you know, pull these out. We're having Christmas music? Let's go! Guys, it's almost Christmas. How about that? It is almost Christmas. I hope, please be excited. Be excited like I am. Anybody? I have the footage that he is cooking something. You mean pasta? There's so many pasta jokes. I'm so happy that joke became a thing. Oh yeah, exciting news. For my second channel, I actually got an editor. I got somebody to edit my videos. You probably know him. His name is Eskan. Eskan is a Chad for doing this. And he is actually very happy with editing the videos. So he's a big Chad. Big thank you to Eskan. I might actually give him this this live stream, because I'm streaming as well as recording. I might give him the stream for him to edit and make something funny out of it, maybe best moments or something, and I can post it on DullBreeze. Who knows? I might do it. I am stupid, because there's a feature that's called, like, crease. I can crease this. And this as well. I can try. I don't know if it's gonna look good, though. How much easier would my life be? I made 2 edges for no reason here. But, you know, taking shortcuts is okay, sometimes. Don't do it all the time, though, because the project's gonna suck. SharpWind, I might send cooking footage. If you want to send it to anyone, send it to Eskan, because he is the one editing the videos for the second channel. The thing is, he is currently working on funny SharpWind montage. So, you know, it's gonna be in there if you send it to him. Let's apply everything, and let's merge these. Call this ribbon. So I've got the ribbon and the 2 bells, and I feel like that should be it. I mean, it's kind of floating in the reference as well, and it doesn't seem like there's anything on top of the bells. Maybe the little tongue things are bigger, but, you know, who's gonna notice? Who's gonna care? Sharp. Shortcuts are nice. Proceeds to shortcuts anyway. Hi, Krish. Welcome to the stream. Hello, I'm new here. What are you doing? I'm modeling something for a client currently. Sadly, I have to take a break from the main videos. I will spoil something in the end. If you stay till the end of the stream, you'll see spoilers for my next video. If it was my way, I would have lived off of YouTube. I would just be doing YouTube all the time. But that's not the case, because I gotta pay my bills and YouTube doesn't pay very well. So, I work 8 hours a day, and I get home and I have to work for a client because I accepted the project. He also paid me in advance, so I already got paid for this, and I can't really say no now. So I'm gonna have to grind this. But when I'm free, maybe after the stream, if I'm very productive, I'll just go back to working on my thing if I have enough time, you know? Who knows? I want to get it out as fast as possible. It is so... It's cool. It's like, I'm excited. I'm actually excited about the project. Roughness. What's the difference between specularity and roughness? Roughness is how sharp it is, but specularity is how bright it is, I guess. If I put this down, it's more shiny. Because the fun thing here is that I actually don't even know. I'm trying to learn Blender. Ah, that's good. Well, welcome aboard. Blender is great. Blender is fun. I recommend Blender. It's the best thing in the universe. Blender is cool. Because this is a stylized thing, I don't even have to really do anything, you know? No details, no edge damage, no gunk. No anything. It's very simple. It makes my job easier. I want to see what shader to RGB looks like. I'm curious. Because sometimes it gives very nice stylized effects. Maybe I can get a color ramp effect and change the interpolation to constant. Because then you get some very, very nice effects. Hi, welcome to the stream, all the new folks. Sharp, why don't you work with Minimator anymore? In a very annoyed face, I want to show this off on stream. What is this? I don't deserve this. Don't be annoyed at me. It was always the plan for me to move on to not Minimator, to Maya or Blender or something bigger. That's been the plan since the very start. I'm an animation student. I've been studying animation professionally all my life. And, you know, I don't want to be stuck in Minimator working on Minecraft animations all the time. Now I'm working on photorealism, live action. I work professionally in a 3D production company. That's pretty great. And it's always been, you know, the end goal of me to be where I am right now. That's been the plan since the start. Bell Blue. What animations are you making? And I follow your tips. I'm gonna spoil in the end. I'm not gonna spoil yet. I want to give you a reason to keep watching till the end. I want to just hang out, chill, talk about things, you know? It is a pretty epic thing. Like, I'm most excited about this video. I made a video for PewDiePie. I worked for the music video for PewDiePie. Great stuff. But I'm actually more excited about what's coming next. It's not bigger. You can't go bigger than PewDiePie, but it's going to be funnier. It's going to be way more, you know, just better. I just like it overall. The project is so great. I can't wait to finish. It is difficult to work on. There's so many nuances and so many tiny micro corrections, and it's photorealism. I'm making photoreal stuff. So naturally it's gonna be difficult because everything has to be perfect. How are you blue? What do you mean? Are you talking to someone in chat? Addressing me? Hi, welcome. AJG. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, funny thing, I actually did already make the eyes for a separate model, and I'm just gonna reuse them everywhere. He wants every single object to have eyes. So what I did is I'm just gonna duplicate those eyes because they're kind of rigged. They have all the controls. I think if I do this, they should be turned in the proper direction. Nope. RZ 180, it's fine. Scale it up. Oh boy, I don't like this. I really don't like this. It feels so uncanny. But that's what my client wants, and I have to do it this way. Like, it's a bell with a pair of eyes. What do you think? What do you think about this, guys? Like, honest opinions. Be harsh. Like, these are the eyes. I can make them mad or sad. What happens if I turn on both, though? What the fuck is this? Onion eyes. I don't have much hopes for this project. For this project, really. I just want to get it done. Get it done and move on. That's it. Fine, I'll move him out of the way. Don't direct. Would you say this is done? I would definitely say this is done. I want to move on to the next one. Maybe I can put them closer together, so it's, you know, it looks more adorable this way. Wow. I thought he missed my chat. Now it's good. What are the limitations with Minecraft Creator, and how long does it take you to get good at Minecraft Creator? If I start today. You mean MC Prep or Minimator? You mean Minimator. I'm sure you mean Minimator. Minimator, if you're talking about the thing that I based my entire channel about in the past, it's pretty easy. Like, I've got plenty of tutorials that can help you get started, and it's a very straightforward thing. If you say something like Blender, it's obviously more difficult because it's not industry standard, but it allows you to do everything you want. If you want to simulate fucking the world physics, you can do it. If you want to animate the Avengers Endgame from start to finish, you technically can do it in Blender. Blender supports that stuff. The eyes look like a smiley face. Oh my god, now I can't see it. Wait, so it's like the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Yep. Can't unsee it anymore. Thank you, you've ruined my life. Until I'm done with this project. This is gonna be in my mind all the time now. I hate you forever. Maybe the ribbon is too big. If I scale it down just a bit. I want to select this. Cursor to select it. Set origin to 3D cursor, now can scale from the center. I think that's one thing that's kind of dumb as far as Blender, the origin points, but at the same time it's also very, very useful, so I can't really complain about anything. No, I don't hate you, it's a joke. I feel like I have to say that. It's just a joke. Don't worry. Now I'm gonna add a circle, because... oh. Cursor to world origin. I'm gonna add a circle, and I'm gonna put the subdivisions, it's down here below my webcam. I can put the subdivisions, the vertices down to 4, because then I get a square. If I rotate this 25 degrees, I pretty much have a controller. Wait. Global, S, scale on Y. I said scale on Y. Why is it scaling both of them? Bruh. Median point. Scale X, scale Y. I don't get it. Okay, now works. Never mind. What the hell? Okay, call this bell controller. Select these two eyes, parented to this bell. Select these two eyes, parented to this bell. And select these two bell. Oh, select the ribbon. Select these two bells and the ribbon. Parent everything to the controller. So now, if everything is done right, this controls everything. This controls this, and this controls that. And every eye has controls to be mad or sad or whatever they want to do with them. That's it. It's not a good rig. It's a bad rig. It doesn't give you much control. It's very stiff. It's just enough so it works. But I don't need to do anything fancy, so it's fine. For me, the eyes and stuff remind me of enemies in Mythopia. I don't know what that is. Literally just 3D model with a floating 2D object. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. 15-second intro. People are literally gonna click off the first 3 seconds to skip it. I don't know what you guys talking about. I'm missing chat. What do you think? I should have like a little, like, put headphones in. The ones with cat ears. Like, you know? I should have like a text-to-speech setup for the chat. To read the chat. When someone says something, I hear it, so I can reply and still focus on my thing, so I don't have to switch focus all the time. It's two screens. A lot of work. But okay, let's say the bells are done. All good. What is next? Because if I bring this back for everybody to see. So far, I have the lantern. I have the battery. I'm missing the shoes and I'm missing the glass. I feel like the glasses are easier, so I'm gonna do glasses first. But I want to show you some of the old ones, actually. I want to show you what I've done so far. Just so you get more of a feel for this project. This is now our project. I'm not the only one bearing this. If I miss the deadline, it's your fault. That's why I said this. It's now your responsibility. Okay, let's see. So, I've got two characters here. One of them he provided. I just had to retexture. The other one I made. Also, I downloaded a model and modified it when I got it. Retextured, remodeled, all good. It's legal. It's free. It's fair use. It's good. But here is all the other stuff. So, first up is the diamond. This literally took me like 10 minutes. If you look at the material is so freaking simple. On one hand, I'm happy because there's not much work. Look, it's just Fresnel into a color ramp, so it gives like a little color variation into base color. That's it. And the other is just Fresnel into color ramp, which controls the emission strength. So what Fresnel does is basically it takes the edges. What is white is the mask, what is selected. So if you take a look at the color ramp, it's going to be brighter around the edge. But if I rotate around, the edge is what's going to be brighter regardless of where you look at it from. It's not a fixed point on the diamond. It's constantly moving because, you know, the angle of where you're looking at is constant. It's like a dynamic way to make something look more reflective than it actually is. And also it's got transmission to be transparent. And I'm also using this, like this white mask here, to drive the emission strength. So it's kind of glowing on the side to make it look more mwah. But that's as advanced as I think I can go with this. If I would do this my way, I would add like grunges, maybe scratches on the edges, something to make it more realistic. But this is stylized, so it's fine. Next up, we've got the light bulb. That's a legitimate model. You wanted me to make this. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm trying not to complain. I just think it's kind of weird, you know? When is the last time you want to have something like this made and genuinely be super excited about it? Dude, my Italian man, if you're watching this stream, thank you for the project. I appreciate it. I will try my best, you know, to make it as good as possible. I'm just not seeing your vision, all right? Don't want to be rude, Thank you again, respectfully. I'm just saying. Good luck on the stream, I gotta go. Alright, Nuri, have fun. Enjoy yourself. Sharp, what is the thing you say about Monster School animations? They suck. Zero shame. There's no effort in those. I'm sorry. There's more to animation. It feels like you're abusing a popular genre for views and not actually putting in the effort and the care and the passion. Low effort content. Yeah, of course. Why are all the items kawaii eyes? Well, because he gave me this reference and I have to do it the same way. They all have kawaii eyes. It's beyond me. Actually, some items don't. There's 2 items that don't actually have kawaii eyes, and I'll show you when we get there. Let's take a look at the next one in line, shall we? Like this next one, for example, doesn't have eyes, but it's the remote. It's got a mouth. It's like a Wii remote. And the geometry is very simple. Lots of triangles. My topology is bad, but in my defense, this thing's not going to be morphing. This thing is going to be made out of a solid piece, so it's fine. The mouth has a special functionality. Because unlike the eyes, it doesn't become sad or angry. It just closes. To give it more personality, you know? I'm going to use fast transitions on this. Just a shape key. It works. It's good enough. You already made some geometry notes. A little bit. Didn't dive too deep into it. We had an event in my Discord server. It's like a Secret Santa. We gotta do this again this year. Nuri, are you still here? You're a staff member. Anybody of my staff, are you listening to this? We have to make Secret Santa Part 2 this year. It has to be a thing. So everybody who participated got their name into a big Google sheet, and we just picked randoms, mixed them together, and everybody was assigned a person, and you are their Secret Santa. And because we're animators, what we did, you have to make them a wallpaper, Christmas themed wallpaper for them. And I actually made one for someone. I don't remember what it was because, you know, I don't know. But in the renders, we did something like this. Secret Santa, here it is. This is what I did for my Secret Santa. I don't know how much you can see with my stupid webcam in the way. If I just move it away. This is what I did. You know, just a quick little render. But geometry nodes are actually present here on the hat, on the fur. This is geometry nodes. I put a whole bunch of objects, scatter them around. I could have used the hair particle system. It works the same way, but I wanted to try out, you know, the nodes. There's also the materials, like the hat and stuff, but, you know, also the branch. What I did was double instances. First, I instanced one leaf and placed it on the sides to represent branches, and then I took the same leaf and instanced it on the instance of the instance. You know, double instances to get it all bushy and stuff, and then I just plastered a whole bunch of stuff in there. It was fun. It was good stuff. And, you know, even though I just have a stupid render in the end of the day, it was still very fun to work on it. Look at Zon. That's my baby. Septic, welcome to the stream. We are working on my project for my client, and we are in some very uncanny territory. That is my life. I'm paid to do this, by the way. Just, not gonna complain, you know, I still get paid, but I don't know what's going on. Like, you know, it is what it is. Next, earrings. Those I think I made yesterday. Nope, I don't do Minimeter. Who asked? Hello, will there be more tutorials on Minimeter? No, I keep saying this. I feel like people have to hear it more, because I feel like not everybody watches my channel all the time, so it makes sense. People have to rehear it. But no, every time I'm not doing Minimeter anymore. I'm a Blender channel. I haven't done Minimeter in almost a year now, actually. Whenever I posted Bori, actually. When I posted Bori the robot, that's when it stopped. No more Minimeter content. Yeah. And Bori was posted on December, so it's almost been a year since I made Minimeter stuff. That's also why it takes me so long to do stuff. Bro, everything is alive. Yeah, no shit, that's what I'm saying. Like, just mouths and eyes on everything. Everyday objects. Like, it's not even, like... I'm not even putting in any details. It's just a shape with a hole. A part of why I dislike this project is because it's so simple, and I know I can do so much better, but it's supposed to look this way. So I'm kind of having to make something which is not as good. I'm gonna back this up by spoiling what I'm doing on what I'm working on right now, right? This is the flame. Actually, this is one of the more special ones because I made an idle animation, which is procedural, so it's always gonna be moving. It's never gonna stop, so I never have to animate it. The eyes are kind of swirling in its own way, and the flame is kind of swirling on its own way. It's like a little lantern, I guess. It's cool. And I think I can also scale it, right? If I scale this. Yeah, see? I'm a genius. I know what I'm doing. Or if I just scale it this way. Yes, it works. Okay, so we've been left at the bells. But we've just done the bells. So this is finished. And now we said we're moving on to the glasses. So I guess we make a new project. Should I spoil what I'm working on right now? Because I've shown you all these weird models, and I said I know I can do better. I kind of want to back up that claim, you know. Should I spoil? Let's make a coin toss. I'm gonna toss a coin. Pick heads or tails, chat. Heads or tails. Whatever you pick, if it lands on your pick, I will spoil. If it doesn't, you'll have to wait till the end. Heads or tails? Let's hear it. I'll take this one. This is a big coin. Tails. First response was tails. Someone said heads. Okay, waiting for the third one. Heads. 2 people said heads, 1 said tails. I'm picking heads. So, I don't know if... Fuck it, I said heads. Heads is fine. I don't know if this is how it works, but I'm guessing this is a heads. Like, not the number. This is 20 cents, by the way. Look at how rich I am. Not the number, but the picture. The picture is heads. If it lands on the picture, I show you spoilers. If not, I'm gonna catch it and flip it upside down, just so you know. So you don't say I'm cheating. Alright. Wait. Let's make this proper. You like... You saw I didn't cheat? The grand reveal, I haven't seen it yet. Ah, it's heads. You guys get spoilers. Alright. Fair play. Fair play. If I'm trashing what I'm working on currently, I might as well show what I'm working on right now. Okay, fair point. So, those of you who have been in my Discord server, you probably know some things that I've spoiled my project, you know, before. Because I can't keep my mouth shut. I'm in call, talking to people. There's only 5 people in here. It's fine. Look at what I'm working on, guys. Boom, it's cool. It's fun. And I did this like 2 or 3 times, and now almost everybody knows in the server because they talk about stuff. You guys are snitches. I'm working on a Boston Dynamics PizzBot 9000. Michael Reeves bought a Boston Dynamics robot dog Spot. He bought it for $80,000 or something. It's very expensive. He bought the state-of-the-art technology, and he modified it to search for cups and piss beer into them because it's funny. And I said I'm gonna recreate that in 3D. So if you're watching this, boom, that's my next video. CGI version of the Boston Dynamics PizzBot. So, I've got the rig. I've got the references, it's just photos. I've got the rig. The textures you don't want to see, it's not interesting. And I've got the shots, the actual shots from the video. I'm gonna show you the rig. The shots are gonna remain secret until the video is released. But I can show you the rig, what it looks like, so you know what to expect. I did some very fucking big brain thing with this. Wait, I'm gonna turn on textures, because it is important to see it with full textures, because I've spent so much time and effort on this. Hey, thank you, Jason, for the $1 donation. Much appreciated. Look, it's even showing up, huh? You got a special spotlight. I don't know if you can type in special messages here. I don't know how it works on YouTube. But if you can type in a message, I think it should also display on the top. I think I've set it up this way. And if it doesn't work, then I have to fix something. And I will get into it, because, you know, if I have it, might as well make it work. However, back to PizzBot. I have something very interesting to tell about this. So, first of all, I've made it completely identical to Michael's. I'm saying completely. By the fucking dust spec. It is identical. Even the, like, this is duct tape. Taped on top with marker saying PizzBot 9000. I added little bumps to make it look like it's above the surface. If you shine a light above it, it looks like it's extruded. There's no actual geometry here. This is flat. But it looks like it's a bump there. I've got all the containers. I've analyzed Michael's video frame by frame. Took pictures, took screenshots, took references, and took every single, like there's exactly 1 little nail here and 2 nails here. That's important. Everything is completely identical. Even if you look at this screw in the wood board, this is a kitchen wood board, right? And usually wood, if it's cut into planks, it's made out of fibers. So when you drilled in this nail, the wood cracked. There's a crack here. I paid attention to every fucking little detail. This is one of the most realistic, photorealistic models that I've ever done. Alright? I just want to put this out there. This is one of the best things I've created ever. It is realistic. It's got imperfections. It's got scratches on the edges because I've dropped it down the stairs because I'm an idiot. That's part of the story. If this robot was owned by my dad, it would have been cleaner. But I'm an idiot. It fell down the stairs. It's got cracks. I actually did think about this way. Like, if I had a robot, how likely it is that I would drop it down the stairs? By accident, of course, not intentionally. It is very likely. So, I added the damage. You know, duct tape. Every cable, by the way, most of these cables are actually connected to proper parts, you know, like this HDMI converter. This is supposed to be USB. That's one thing which is inaccurate. It's not actually showing the USB icon, but you know, I can pass it off as lawsuit. Don't want to get sued by the USB company. I've got these chips, microchips with text. What does it say? Actually, I forgot. Yeah, it's just random words. However, I did make custom ones for this. It says crackhead. Because from the video on YouTube is so compressed, I had no idea what it says. No idea. Can't tell. Just 4 fucking pixels. I just saw there's text, and I gave myself the liberty to put crackhead. So this is going to be in the final video. Pay attention if you spot the Easter eggs, by the way. I'm giving you all the secrets here. And see if you spot them. There's one big secret about the video that I haven't told anybody yet. Not even a single soul from my community. I want this to be a total surprise. But it will be a very welcome surprise. This guy says, 0 idea what this thing is. I have no idea what it is. It looks like a remote. I just made it. Here it says, pain, battery life improved. Because I was in pain when I made this. Here, we have Penis Man, the DVD player. So yeah, I had a bunch of fun here. I'm pretty sure this barcode here, it takes you to a YouTube link. Where it's basically some guy saying, you just got trolled. Troll, troll, troll. I don't think anyone's actually going to see this, but, you know, it's still fun to think about. So, down here we have all the pissing equipment, the actual motors, everything is 1-by-1 replica. It is as close that I could possibly replicate it. This is the penis servo motor. I've made controls to rotate this thing. It can aim the penis. It doesn't have a urethra, as you see. It is a completely closed-off penis. I'd say it's a birth defect. It was born with a biological disorder. So, my condolences. But, it can aim the piss. No one's gonna see the urethra, so I didn't make it. Yeah, this is the piss bot. I just want to say I put a lot of attention into every... Oh, it's Jackson, not Jason. Sorry. But yeah, you can see the text is up here, so I guess I was right. Thank you for the $2. This is gonna pay for my lunch at work tomorrow. I'm not even gonna joke. I'm not even joking. Every day... I want to save money, okay? I don't have like a shit ton of money to spend. So, at work, I've made myself like a goal to spend as less as possible for the lunch because I have to get my own lunch. So, I found a method. If I buy salami on every second day and I buy the big breads, but you know, you have to press the number yourself to tell the cashier what you bought. She just scans the code. So, if I take the big buns and I type in the number of the small buns, I get like 10 cents. I save like 10 cents. That's how deep I'm going into it. Yeah. So I spend like €1.50 on average. €1 is now worth the same as $1. So €3. You just paid for my lunch for 2 days. Thank you very much, sir. Yes. I want to show you the rig. The rig is so fucking fun. Eskan, if you're editing this video, make sure to include stuff like this. This is fun. This is fun to watch. So, rig. Not only do I have IK handles on all 4 legs, I gotta turn off this so it's faster. On all 4 legs, I can position it anywhere. Of course, pole vectors to orient them. Pay attention to the back. Like there's a little piston here pointing on the inside. If I lift the leg, the piston goes out and it keeps on pointing in. There's a few additional bones in there, and I added the constraints and stuff to always point in and retract and expand based on how the leg is turned, which is very cool. I have additional controls for the shoulders, even though you almost never want to use because that is not how the original robot moves. But if it's gonna help me convey emotions through the animation, I'm actually glad I made this because it does help when I'm animating. Next thing is the body itself. You know, if I want to make him walk, just move this big cube left and right and put pole vectors like IK handles up and down. It's super easy. Rigging is fun, animation is fun, I love my job, I never want to do anything else. Man! I'm hyped. And at the end, I wanted to make simulations, right? Because all the cables are hanging off, they're not gonna be still. I'm making photorealism. It has to be photoreal. So everything, I have to think about every possible thing that could contribute to this. So I tried to make simulations, but that backfired because I have no idea how to make simulations. So not doing that. So instead, I opted for controls and drivers. I think if I click on this, I should see, yes, 2 shape keys, and each shape key is like, I've edited the bezier handles to make it like appear like it's more higher up or more lower down. I made 2 shape keys, one going up, one going down. And then I used this thing and put a driver to its Z position. So when I move the Z position, it is affecting the value of the shape keys. So whenever I move this up and down, it looks like I'm moving the curve. And, you know, it's not perfect, it doesn't look the best. But this thing is walking, wobbling, and if you see this thing just going up and down, wiggling, it sells the effect, like there's weight, there's overlap, there's follow through. This thing as well, this one is more obvious. Like this thing here, where is it? It's hard to find them, so many lines. This thing, if this is moving up and down, it feels like there's cables hanging off, they're not actually bound to the robot. The backside, the butt, cool. But what I'm most proud of, let me check chat real quick if I didn't miss anything. Casually admitting to theft. 10 cents, dude, it's 10 cents, come on. I mean, you can take me to court, and I pay 10 cents. It doesn't really hurt me. Gives me the same vibes as putting a QR code links to Never Gonna Give You Up on design things. I do this at work. Every spray can model that we did needs a QR code. It's always Rickroll. I'm the one who does stuff like this. I work in production all the time. I do this. Yes, we actually do this, and it's actually fun. So, let's take a look at the piss tank, okay? Because if you recall Michael's video, there is there's liquid, there's beer inside the tank. And I have to simulate this, like, you know, simulation. Photorealism has to be as real as possible. So, there's no real way to fake liquids. You have to simulate liquids. So I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. And I watched YouTube tutorials, I've watched shortcuts, I've watched the documentary, Blender documentation. I watched individual settings and physics. I Googled things. I dived into the research to see how to frickin' simulate this stuff, because the liquid is in here. Like, this is the beer liquid. If I hop back into texture mode, it's gonna take a while because Blender's doo-doo. No, I'm kidding, Blender's cool. But, you know, this is the liquid. So what I ended up doing is I dismissed the whole idea. Like, fluid spawner, I don't even think I need this, to be fair. Oh. Like, yeah, this is not supposed to be here. This is the spawner, right? This has the liquid flow. I don't need this. I can delete this. So, what I did, instead of the spawner, I came up with a very big brain idea. So, this right here, the liquid, is a cylinder. It's just a mesh. And it's, if I hop into edit mode, it's occupying the majority of the tank. It's this big in reality. But I thought, what if I could use a Boolean modifier? Because if I put a Boolean modifier, there is this invisible plane up here. Actually, no, not the liquid cut. I need to turn on the screen. There's an invisible plane up in the top. And if I move this plane, it's cutting into the beer, right? So this has a Boolean modifier. If I click on the liquid, you see it's got the liquid cut is differentiating from it. So the plane is cutting where the fluid is. So I did another great thing, is I took this point, it's just an empty spot, and I gave it rigid body constraints. This is a rigid body, and it's constrained to a point, locked onto the tank, but the second one is on the liquid cut. So what happens is, if I hop back into solid mode and just do this, hit play and move this guy around, the plane is simulated. It's physics. So as I move the Pissbot around, this thing is going to swing. It's locked onto the thing and it's going to swing off. And because it's cutting into the liquid, if I hop back into material preview, every time I move it, it's going to cut into the liquid. So as it's swinging left and right, it looks like the liquid is moving. If I get the timing right, change the gravity, change the speed, whatever, it can look exactly like there's liquid in there. But wait a second, how does the phone work? Because the phone has to be on top of the liquid all the time. Fear not, I have a solution. Shader editor, I think this one is a little bit of a mess. Yes, I've constructed this shader. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it looks, but I have two materials in here. Essentially, I have the beer, which is translucent, transmissive, and this is just a bunch of noise textures, Voronoi, to make it look more realistic, so it's not just one shade of color, so it's, realism. There's a bunch of things here. I have the second material, which is the foam, which has the noise texture through the color bump to give it variety, multiplied through the bump map, so it actually has some bumps. So this is the foam on the top. You can see these little patterns here. This is this. I have two materials, but then I have this mix shader. I'm mixing both of them together based on this mask. And if I look at this mask, it's just black and white, where this happens. So I have a gradient texture. No, I have a distance node. Yeah, that's what I did. I have a distance node. I think that is it. Because this is mapping the distance. This is mapping both of them. Okay. I forgot how I did this. I thought it was a gradient. Anyway, I'm taking the mapping node, separating the XYZ, and putting the Z vector in. So I'm getting the distance from the Z. The mapping node is on the liquid cut. So whenever I move the actual plane that cuts into the liquid, whenever I move that, the texture is going to move with it because it's projecting from the other object. So however it's turned, wherever it's moved, the foam is always going to stay on top. So what I did with these two mapping nodes here and the separate XYZ and the distance passes, I mixed them together as you see. What I did was just create a belt, a black and white belt on top. And I've added a noise texture, and the noise texture is being mixed with the other one based on the factor of the distance. So it's going to be mixed more towards the top and less towards the bottom, so you get this like not a completely smooth transition. So it looks like it's actual, beer in there. So if I preview the actual mix shader, you always see a transmissive as it loads. Let it load. Come on, it's okay. I've got time. Just take your time. It's good. It's not like I spent a while talking about this. You always see a transmissive liquid on the top because it's got transmissiveness, but because of the mix shader, as it cuts to the top, you always see this thick foam, subsurface scattering. If a light shines, it's going to be scattered through the phone. Realism, zero transmission. It's two completely separate materials made with one, and it also follows this actual thing. If I move it down, the preview is buggy, of course, and if I move it up and down, you see it will always follow it. So I found a way to cheat liquid without having to make actual liquid. And this is what I'm, working on right now. Look at all the detail. I can zoom in pretty close and you still see all of the detail. It's gonna be amazing. This thing is walking around, and if you know my style of videos, I'm always just punching jokes at everything. So it's gonna be funny. I have a few render tests, as you see. That's me and Spot walking through the Capitol. It was a very sunny and hot day, and after this... No, I'm not gonna spoil. I wanted to say it, but I'm not gonna spoil. You have to watch the video. Walking through the city. Here we have another image of us. He just poured me a glass of beer. As you see, the tank is kind of empty and I'm holding a glass of beer. Yes, Spot will interact with actual objects in real world. That is going to be an upgrade from Bori. Because Bori was just fictional. He was just there. But Spot is actually going to fill my beer cup that I'm going to then hold and drink all in one shot. How did I do it? Not going to tell you. Not yet. Until it's out. Maybe in a different live stream. But, it's going to be good. It's actually going to be good content. So we got Spot. Where's the other thing? I had a different photo here. It's us in the park, but this one doesn't look good, so I'm going to close it down. That was a long rant. Okay, let's go back to Blender project that I was supposed to be working on. Bells, earrings, batteries. Open? Don't save anything. I've saved this before. It's dancing. Why don't you make Minecraft animations using Blender so you don't have to use Minimeter, but we get what we love? Because I don't also want to make Minecraft animations. I always wanted to move to, you know, actual professional animation. Not saying that Minecraft animation cannot be professional, but it's still just cubes, you know? I want to do something better. You've seen me talk about this robot, nerding out about all the different technical... It's even better because I figured it out by myself. It's more rewarding. It's in Minecraft, there's only so far you can go, right? You've got blocks, you got a blocky character, but here, the possibilities are endless. I can make photorealism, I can make sci-fi stuff appearing on my walls, I can make myself fly on a UFO. Anything, literally anything you can think of can be created. And it looks photoreal. I can also make Minecraft in Blender, sure, if I want to do that. But if I want to make photorealism, Blender can still do that, Minimeter cannot. So... I don't know, there's something about this. I want to expand past just Minecraft and blocky cubes, because I've been working on... I've been doing that for 10 years. I don't want to continue doing that. I want to do realism, things that I always wanted to do. And it's fun. It's genuinely really fun. Otherwise, I wouldn't be spending 3 months on making a robot texture, robot model that I can put in my YouTube video. It's actually fun. I'm having fun. It's just taking a while. That's the only problem. Okay, people leaving. It's alright, I'm not betrayed. I'm okay. Do what you want. I don't care. Not offended. I'm not your dad. No, all in all, thank you for coming. Enjoy yourself, you know. Do the things you have to do. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Okay, I was thinking here. Start off from a cube. Let's do some basic modeling here. Shouldn't be too hard, because this is... nothing really. Let's do... I said GY. I'm actually gonna duplicate this. Like this. And then select these two. Edge. Bridge edge loops. Have a third face. Add an edge loop here. Actually, no. I'm gonna add 2 edge loops here. Select the bottom face, bring it up. That feels okay. Now, I feel like just putting everything onto the normal axes and individual origins. And if I scale this out, want to make like square shapes down here. Perfect. Oh, but wait. Wait, this is supposed to be across the entire thing, right? I'm gonna add a subdivision later. Hopefully it's not gonna look too bad. Is it? Okay, it's late for me and I have to get up early tomorrow, so bye, Sharp. It's okay, dude. Have fun. See ya some other time. If you want to watch the stream, it's gonna be on DullBreeze. Just saying. If you don't, then it's your loss. Okay. I honestly started the stream just so I can rant about the freaking plumbing thing that happened. God. Why do they build double siphons if they break so much? Don't do that. Be a good person. Spare me my misery. And other people's miseries in the future, because it's not the first time this has happened. Bad. I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly, if you double press G, you can slide objects. Yes. And so... I don't even know how to go about doing this, because I've never really done glasses before. But I feel like if I do something like this, give it this in the center. It's all about trial and error, guys, my boys. You just have to try. Don't be afraid to fail. Because failing is nothing but a chance to try again, stronger and wiser. Yes, that is good wisdom. I don't get it why some people are so afraid to fail. If you try, oh, but what if I fail? Well, who cares? You're supposed to fail. If you don't fail, you never get better. So, where's the deal? Calm down. Fail. It's fine. It's okay to fail. You should fail. It's a good thing to fail. I failed a whole bunch. If you never fail, you never improve. You know? Hi, welcome, Toad. I'm just talking about some important life stuff. Okay, I feel like this is workable. If I shade this smooth, All right, first thing, let's say I select this, oops, I select this edge loop, give it some crease, but actually not the whole one, maybe just the bottom one. This, if I give it a crease, not enough, eh? Okay, let's do the whole one. If I give it a crease, maybe less than this, that, 0.5, just so the number looks nice, and this one can also have like 0.5. If you fail again. Yes, you have to fail all the time. Fail and give up and let me drain your life energy because I thrive on other people failing. I mean, did I say that out loud? Sorry. Okay, so we got something like this. Maybe because of all the subdivision, now this looks different. If I just put this down a little bit, so it looks straight, because I think the reference is very straight. Yes. Cool. I'm wondering what would happen if I put these two to crease as well. Well, not much. Okay. But this one though, like this is the entire circle. So if I do this and this, and just do this edge loop, if I give it a crease, it is going to help a little bit, right? Like 0.35. 0.5 people for Fortnite player. That's a Fortnite reference? Jeez, everything is a minefield nowadays. What even is Fortnite anymore? People still play Fortnite? Cringe? Oh my god, Fortnite is so... 3 months ago. I don't know when it stopped. I never really played Fortnite. My brother played Fortnite. And he was annoying as hell. I'm sorry. Sharp became motivational. That's just something that comes with age, you know? My boy, that's what they say. Crease. We need less of that. It's kind of... Yes. Maybe 3 levels of subdivision. Yeah! Creases are what, you know, help. Really. I'm thinking, should I do both or should I just... If I do this on individual origins, if I inset these... Yeah, I think that is necessary. If I scale on the Y... it's still on individual origins. Now I need medium point. I scale, and then I select these and try to extrude them in, but not too much. Like this. So I got the glasses shape, but they're round. What do? SharpWind given motivational speeches. Yes, we're animators. We get depressed. That is part of our nature. We spend our entire lives sitting at a desk, isolated, moving pixels around on the computer. I mean, it sounds fun as a kid. Yes, I can make anything I want. But as an adult, there's more to life than just work. And it gets very depressing. Take care of yourselves. God damn it. Increase the crease. Increase the crease. Okay, let's try this again. Let me select all of them. Except these two. I think these two can be done at the end. It's just annoying that I can't see anything because it's hidden behind this. Bonk. Okay. And now if I increase the crease, it should be better. Where is this coming from? Where's this edge coming from? I thought it's all on 100. Maybe this guy isn't. No? Okay. This should be a loop, right? If I select this, mean crease all the way. It's on 1 now. And now this should also be at 1. Where is it coming from? Where is this line coming from? Is it the insides? I bet it's the insides. Like the inside crease. No? As well as this one. Crease, bevel crease, mean bevel, weight, crease. No? Crease? It's this one. That kind of messes it up in the bottom. Wow, okay, that's not a good position to be in. I didn't think it was gonna be this way. That's not okay. I have to think. I thought this was gonna be easy, but apparently not. If I select... not everything, because I don't want to undo everything I've done so far. Mean crease to 0. let's ignore all the mean creases here and just go back from the start. So let's say I want this to be my main mean crease. If I do these, because this one definitely has to be a crease, you know, definitely, because this is like a part that moves. It's supposed to be separate. So this should be, I guess the whole circle could also be crease, because I kind of need this to be crease without a crease without, you know, to modify the edge here. But I hope this isn't gonna modify the shape too much, because now it feels very blocky, and now I can just hope that this part is not gonna be too visible. I'm sorry, I'm too lazy to redo it now. It's a project that I don't like, and I want to get it done with. I'm sorry. This, crease. This, here, crease. Okay, that's too much. Actually, like, 0.4 could be good on both of them. Man, Blender's so fun. SharpWind is making his nerd glasses. Where's your degree? I'm sorry, wait. I can't hear you over how cool I am talking about this stuff. You're just jealous. Where's your degree in 3D animation, huh? That's what I thought. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll be here all week. Okay, so let's see. This, and this. If I crease all of them, not enough, because this is still not creased. No? Or is it just... Okay, let's try the outlines first, because it's easiest to select them. Mean crease. Put them to 1. All right. This guy, if I crease this, it is going to help. Okay, 88. This guy is on 88. This... I don't like where this is going. This is going to be just too blocky if I want to make it functional. Let me say, this is entirely my fault. I do not blame Blender for anything that's going on right now. Blender is just the ray of sunshine that everybody needs in this world. If I put this to this much and the crease here, it does help, but it also creates this ugly edge. Okay, 41. My God! This is so bad. What if I messed up in the fundamental modeling steps? Like, what if, for an example, these two would be 1? If this edge did not exist, all right, let's go that route. If this edge did not exist, and I turn on vertex snapping, move this guy over to the edge, and move this guy over to the edge. And now, without snapping anymore, move this out the way more. What if this should be the structure? I'm thinking about it. And also, if we have snapping enabled, move this guy to this edge, and this guy to this edge. I feel like it's gonna be less... No, this edge has to stay. This edge is like the barrier that prevents it. There's gonna be a triangle up here, but I don't care. I'm just asking again, Sharp, what the program you're using for the reference images? Maybe you've already answered. I've answered, just not in this stream. It's called PureRef. PureRef. It's like Pure Ref. It's good. It's very cool. Like, you can move it around with the right click. With middle click you can pan around. With left click you can move things inside. You can pan or move everything. And you have different modes, so it's always on top. If I click away, it's always gonna be on top. It's a good thing. Alright, right click. Let me just delete this. Go back to the glasses. Jeez, this is way more difficult. Like, the glasses are posing more problems than I thought for anything else. If I put the crease here, it works. It helps me. So, naturally, this should also help me. And this is. So, the inside, if I give it a crease, the inside does not have a full crease around it. Okay. I'm getting somewhere, boys. It's gonna be cool. Now I just have to edit the insides of these. Okay, so this is fine. The inside here is either this or that. Okay, I guess it's better to leave it here. having it snap. I feel like the insides are still fine. So if I go here and just I feel like if I do merge by distance to delete those extra vertices, it should still be slightly better, right? Give this one crease to the max. Yeah? No? It's got a smooth edge. No, it's too hard. It's better. This guy still not gonna... Oops. Transform. Sorry, what? It's still not gonna make a difference? No? Okay. It's best to leave it alone. It doesn't... I was gonna say it doesn't look that bad, but no, it looks pretty bad. It's pretty... bleh, disgusting. If I put the crease down here a little bit, so it's not that harsh, is that gonna make a difference? Maybe this guy also needs to be brought outwards more, you know? And maybe this guy does have to have a crease. Like a complete one. I'm sorry, it looks worse. I don't know. I'm stuck. Because now it feels uncanny. It feels like a broken model. The normals are all over the place. This is annoying. This guy. Crease. It feels better now. What if this guy has a crease and this guy does not? Ah, maybe that's what I'm looking for. The normals still feel kind of broken-ish, but you know, I think it's better than before. And hopefully when I add shading on top of that, it's gonna be different. Okay, so this almost full crease. This, sure. Yeah, that works. This is a 1. This is a 46. 46, and this is a 1, we said. That should work. And now this doesn't have to be 100, but it can be like 97. Yeah. We're getting there, boys. Whoa, chat's exploded. Question, how big is the nose of the guy who'll wear the glasses? I don't think he ever wears them. If you look at the reference, I think they just float around. Maybe they'll rest on the head or something. And if the nose is too big, I can just rescale them. Like, there's proportionate scaling. Also, honestly wish modeling using Pro E was as convenient as modeling in Blender. No clue if there's a program that converts OBJ files to PFE. I'm not familiar with PFE files at all, so I'm not sure. Hey, Emperor. Anyways, I'm gonna have to take my leave and work on some stuff. Hope everything goes well. Okay, enjoy yourself. Thank you for stopping by. It was fun. Speaking of 3D animation and modeling degree, I'm going to college for that in a few years, along with game development. That is good. That is good. Personally, I will say that college has disappointed me, but it depends on the person. I can't honestly tell you, oh, college is bad because I had a bad experience. It just means I'm unlucky. There's a great chance that you will be lucky as well. I mean, that you will be lucky, and it is actually something for you, because I know college is for some people, not for others. So if it happens to you, I'm sorry, good luck. Just be aware that it is a possibility, but again, it might not happen. So forget what I said, enjoy your experience, learn as much as you can, and that's about it. Really. Just try not worrying about it too much. The more you worry, the less you enjoy. And it's not worth it. Make your time count. College years were super fun, especially because it's different than high school. You have a sense of responsibility, obviously, but at the same time, it's different because the college professors, they don't care. You can just do whatever. We had this one guy, his name was Gaspar, professor. And he was dancing on the tables, having us listen to the Titanic song. My heart will go on, you know, that stuff. We had to listen to that in class because he said so. And because it was funny. And then one time, when we had recess, I guess you could call it, when he went out during recess, he put the Titanic song for us to listen. He said, you're gonna listen to this song as long as you don't, like, until you get out of the classroom. It's just gonna be here until I get back. So get out, socialize, or stay here and suffer. That's what he said. So before he got back, I hopped off, like hop out of my desk, walk up to his computer, and I switched the song. It was the same song, My Heart Will Go On, but it's a heavy metal parody. So it was like a heavy metal song. And he came back, he was like, what the fuck is this? He had this agenda. This girl in the classroom, they were laughing at some point, And the professor was like, what is it, huh? What are you laughing at? And she's like, oh no, it's nothing like that. And he said, I bet you have a... She mentioned a guy. Like, no, there's some guys texting her and stuff. He said, oh, some guy. I bet you have a friend zone. I bet you friend zoned the guy. It is gonna be my duty from now on. I will get this man out of friend zone. And he swore by the fact he's gonna get him outside of friend zone. And that was a thing he did until the rest of the year. He was always checking in on him if he's out of the friend zone yet, giving her advice or things to say or whatever. And it was funny. He said, I will get this man out of friend zone. So at the same time where he saw my heavy metal song, I said, if you're gonna get this man out of friend zone, I'm gonna get you to listen to heavy metal. And by the end of the year, I did. He actually did enjoy the song. He said he enjoyed the song. He can no longer deny it. He also dated one of the students 2 years before I got to the college, so I didn't witness any of it. But he dated one of the students. Not cool. He did a bad. And what else happened? Oh yeah, in his diploma project, because he submitted his diploma work to get accepted to even work at this college. He had to submit something, right? And in his work, one of the links got hijacked. It used to be a site for technology, phone company, whatever, and it got hijacked, yeah, in this time, and it turned into a porn site. So this man had actual pornography on his diploma that the school hired him for. He had pornography. And he casually showed it to us in class because he just realized, oh wow, I didn't realize that was a thing. And he showed it in class to all of us. So that was a thing. He also threw us a party with the college budget. The college paid for us to have, like, he arranged it. The college paid for us to have a party. So that was pretty cool. And the next year, when he wasn't our teacher anymore, he got arrested. He went to jail. And that's the story about Gaspar, the college teacher. It goes from 0 to 100, I know. Man got sent to fucking prison. He beat somebody up. I don't know the full story, don't take me by the word, but I think he got, like, from what I heard, again, he got into a fist fight or something, which sounds like him, honestly. He got into a fist fight, and it got so bad that the other person was hospitalized. Some say that he was on a wheelchair, like, by the end of the fight. So I don't know what Gaspar did, but it was a crazy thing. Oh, also, he told us about his Tinder adventures. He had Tinder. Our professor, our college professor, had Tinder and would frequently share stories from Tinder with us to discuss and give him tips on how to get women, you know? So what happened was, this guy, we're in the capital of the city, Ljubljana, in the center. This guy got a girl from the other side of the country. Like, from the... If our country is shaped like a chicken, if we're in the belly, he got somebody who lives in the head. Far away. He got her, convinced her to drive to his place, instead of him coming over, being the man and stuff, because he lost his freaking driver's license. He doesn't have a driver's license. He convinced her to drive to his place, sleep over, and drive him to work the next day. I don't know how he did it, but he's a Chad. He pulled it off. She came over, slept over, and drove him to work the next day. He did it, somehow. I don't know how. This man's got charm. He was a god. We all hailed him like a god. Gaspar. I just realized most of my problems could have been solved if I just turned on auto normals before. Oh my god. I feel like an idiot. I feel like such a freaking idiot right now. Okay, let's recheck. Hello, bro, big fan. Hi, welcome, Meta Knight. Thanks for all the Animator tutorials. I learned so many things. That is good to hear. I'm sorry that I've moved on to Blender. I feel like I have to say it now. But, you know, enjoy yourself. Good luck with the animations. Welcome back, Kevin. You caught the story of my professor being a Chad. Have you heard this? Or should I say it again? I feel like it deserves more recognition. This man, he's gonna go far in life when he gets out of prison. He's gonna get far after he leaves that prison cell. I don't know how long it lasted for. I don't know if it was prison or just retention, because the words sound very similar in Slovene. It's pripor and zapor, very similar. And whenever somebody told the story, I never knew which word they used. So I don't know if it's prison or just detention. I guess. Like community work service and stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know this happened. He lost his license at the end. Like I'm telling this story, and I'm like, wow, somebody like this. If I told this story with zero context, people would say that I was like my professor was a total complete loser. I actually had a person like with no license, who's now in jail, who showed us porn, who paid for parties, who danced on tabletops. That guy was my professor. What kind of people teach at public colleges? I mean, it wasn't public, it's not really public, but still. It's funny. And I shall laugh about this until the day I die, because it's hilarious. Is there anything I can do about this, though? Stop. Okay, there we go. This is 86, this is 51. So this is gonna be 0.51. This took me the longest, 0.86. I usually take like 10 minutes for most of these, but the glasses, man, they're complex. Smooth. Maybe I can increase this to smooth it out even more. I don't know. I feel like this should be more intense. And if I increase the subdivisions, because then it's kind of insane how much this is. Sharp, how can we select in top PureRef? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, if this is PureRef, let me scale it up. If this is PureRef, I have this image. Let's say I have two images. Can I not copy paste? Yes, I can. Let's say I have two images. If you want to select, you just, you know, select between them. If I usually want to frame it, I just pick a frame size. Let's say I want my reference to be this big, and then I move it out the way, and then I just zoom in and position it until it's here. That's what I do. I know there's a shortcut, actually, to zoom in on something. Canvas, optimize, reset camera, lock canvas. You can lock it. Images, select all, arrange, align. You can align them. Left, right, stack, bottom. Normalize. Size. No. Images. Normalize. Scale. No. What about now? Images. Normalize. Scale. Because normalize usually means that it covers the entirety of the screen, I guess, but... Arrange. I have to select all of them to do this? Yes, select them, organize. Okay. But how can I... normalize? I know there's a shortcut that you can just, boop, make this image across the entire thing. Maybe it's in settings, you know, key bindings, see? Minimize, maximize, always on top, settings, help, arrange by addition. I'm just gonna say, like, open up the settings, find it. It should be somewhere here. I want to finish the freaking glasses. I should be done a while ago. Let's see. SharpWind, how long will you do Blender until you move on to something else? I don't think I currently have, like, any reason to move on to something else. One sec, let me just close the window. It's getting dark outside. I want to turn on the light. I don't think that I have a reason to move on to something else, because Blender, it has it all, right? I can make photorealism, I can make any sort of style I want. I mean, I use Maya at work because I have to, because our company uses Maya, we have the licenses and stuff. And it's kind of stupid, you know, but I'm not gonna argue. It happens, you know. But, you know, it's not about the software, really. It's just about what you do with the software. And that is what I'm doing. My software of choice currently is Blender, because it does everything I need and more. It's the best thing ever. It's very intuitive. Having used Maya, I graduated with Maya, by the way. I've used Maya before. So I've used it, I know exactly what it's like. I'm using it now at work. I also know what it's like. I'm very used to Maya as well, I would say. But all in all, Blender is just 100 times better. Blender is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and woof. With all the features and making it so intuitive to use. It's like, I should be paid to give them promotion, because I praise Maya so much. Maya sucks. I have a whole document of the list of reasons why Maya sucks. I'm not actively looking for the reasons. I don't want to look for reasons to say, haha, Maya bad, Blender good. But as I'm working, you know, because I work in Maya, as I'm working, something happens and I say, oh wow, that's kind of annoying. Blender has this way better. Or, that's kind of annoying. I wish I could do this and this, but I can't. Time to write it down. And there's a lot of stuff that's accumulated in those, in the file. It's crazy. It's just, ouch. Whole document. Within 2 days, I filled the 2 pages of A4 format paper. It was full to the brim. Okay, let's say I'm happy with the shape. No one's gonna hopefully pay attention to this. If I decrease the crease, a little bit. That's why I dislike subdivision surface modeling. What is going on here? Did I merge by distance yet? Removed 0 vertices. Looks like I did. There doesn't seem to be any duplicate geometry in here. Why is this shading so weird? Is it because of the crease? Should I get rid of it? No, that's bad. Is it because of this? I think so, yeah. Well, it's a side character. It's gonna be small. I'm not gonna focus on it. I don't care. Moving on. I'm sorry. No energy. Material. Classes 1. This is gonna be so sad and fast. Usually materials take a while. It took me like a week to get textures for the Pizbot. Like a whole week painting textures for hours and hours and hours and hours. And that's one model. Glasses, I'm gonna do it in less than 5 minutes. Seriously. Dare me. I'll do it in 5 minutes because of how simple it is. Look. In less than 1 minute, almost. I'm gonna make this red. Go into edit mode, select these two, assign. Boom, I'm almost done. One more. No effort. And I dislike that. I prefer effort, because you get something in the end that you're proud of, you know? This project, I just want to get done. I just want to be finished. So I'm able to focus on my project, which is full effort. That's it. Like, I'm done. I'm freaking done. That's it. For how long will you do Blender till you move on? Oh, I've already read that. And normally support of glasses are on sides. Oh, the support of the glasses. Oh, you mean like hold it inwards? Because the reference, they're, you know, they're sticking out. So I just put them in the same way. Usually on the sides, this is supposed to be the side. I'm making this easy for me because I just want to, you know, get it done. Call this glasses. Import the eyes. Do these have the eyes? They do, like little specks. They're not the same kinds of eyes. Still. Alright. Oh, I haven't saved the project at all yet. However, I'm not worried because this is Blender. Blender doesn't crash. It's so convenient. We take it for granted. In Maya, I'm always fucking worried. Oh no, what if it crashes? I have to save all the time. Also, I've mentioned this before a lot of times. I complain about Maya a lot because I have to use it all the time and I interact with it all the time. But Maya, for some reason, saves every history. So every time you bevel something, every time you extrude something, every time you perform an operation, it is saved in the history of the object. Which I guess is a good thing. Like here, I have the subdivision surface modifier. It's saved in the history. I can still move everything around, but the subdivision will be applied on top of that. Maya does not work like that. If you subdivide something and then move it, the subdivision is going to stay below everything else. So it's like it never did anything. But the history stays, which is dumb. Because you know why? It very quickly, the amount of operations piles up a lot. And it starts crashing. A lot. If you have an object with a lot of history, you have to delete it, otherwise it's gonna crash when you move a vertex. Seriously, I'm not joking. It's so optimized. And that's not even the only thing. Sometimes it crashes when I create a fresh cube. Empty project, nothing else in the project, completely empty. I made a fresh cube with zero history, zero anything. It's just a fresh cube. I extruded a single face. Crash. Blender doesn't do stuff like that. That's why I prefer Blender. You do you. SharpWind, have you seen the feature Minimeter 2.0 has? The Minimeter is about to... Yeah, I saw. I'm keeping track of the development. Always. And I think it's a great thing, like where it's come. I wish I had all these tools growing up. I'm actually very happy because I see a lot of the development that Nimi has added into Minimeter. I feel like a lot of it is not directly, but at least indirectly added by me. Like, we had this, I released 2 videos of all the things that I would change in Minimeter. I had 2 interviews with him in the past. I've interviewed Nimi on the future. I've asked for certain features. That was one thing. Then I made a video about 20 things that would change in Minimeter, and I've suggested a bunch of useful things. That was the second thing, and Nimi actually took note. He saw that video. And then after a while, I made another video on 20 more things that would change in Minimeter when I talk about more points. Like, what is it? Markers, custom Bezier handles, IK handles, the fact that you can unpin the camera and put it somewhere else. I suggested all these things, and now they're all being implemented. I'm not saying I'm the only one who, you know, suggested this. Probably there's been other people suggesting similar ideas, and I'm just one of them. But I kind of feel responsible, you know, because after the second video came out of the things that I would change in Minimeter, Nimi watched the video on the premiere. No, he skipped the premiere and we all went into the premiere. Braveheart. We went into the premiere together. Nimi was in the call, I was in the call, and all the other people were muted listening to me and Nimi talking about the stuff. As we watched the video, Nimi was taking note, writing things down. Okay, this, and that. And at the end of the video, he said, except timeline tabs. Yeah, but you've got the colors, the coloring system, the filters. Filters are the same thing. I've talked about it in my video. Filters are timeline tabs. It's the same thing. So after the video, Nimi started talking about which parts are reasonable and possible to add, which parts are very difficult. For IK handles, for an example, I really wanted IK handles. I said, well, is this possible? Nimi said, this is one of the most unrealistic ones because IK handles are so incredibly difficult to calculate and program and code in. He said how difficult it is, and for the camera to be able to be unpinned and moved around like this, custom window, like you have a window within a window. If I do this, and if I shift click, if I alt click, something, I don't know what the shortcut is, but I know you can, in Blender, you can unpin this, right? You can unpin this and have it double click, no? I don't know. You can unpin this whole window and have it free on the screen. It's possible. Is it shift tab click? I don't know. There's a shortcut here somewhere, but I can't find it. He said also it's not possible, at least not with this coding language. We have 32-bit game maker, whatever. And then he promised a whole bunch of things, 2.0, yeah, you know, things are piling up. And then as he released it, he changed the whole coding language to, I think, C++, I'm not sure. He changed the whole coding language. He rewrote the entire software, yeah, C++, I was right. He rewrote the entire software to be able to add these new features in. Because I asked for them, and I'm guessing a lot of other people also asked for them. But I still feel responsible because I was the one making the videos, pushing, I was the one interviewing him, I was the one asking questions, I was the one, you know, explaining how and why I want this added because it's useful from a standpoint of an animator. I'm getting a phone call. I have to wait for a while. I'm talking to my viewers. As from a standpoint from somebody who's been studying animation, working in Maya, Blender, all sorts of software, Substance Painter, you know, what would be useful to have, right? I told them about this, and now we're seeing them, so I feel like that's a win for me. Thank you, Sharp. You're welcome, Sharp. What type of glasses you're making? It's just some dumb thing. Don't even ask me. It's a project for a client. He wants them like this. I'm making them like this. It's nothing special. I just, yeah. Now we need the boots. However, I don't feel like I'm qualified to model the boots, at least not to the point where they don't look uncanny. I mean, you've seen what I've done with the glasses. And so I will do something else. I will go to a website called Sketchfab. And they still don't want to sponsor my freaking videos. One day you will sponsor me, Sketchfab. You keep declining me, you will respond. I swear. You will respond and you will sponsor me. You will have no choice. One day I'm not gonna ask the question anymore. One day I'm just gonna, you know, take your money and yes, involuntarily sponsor myself from your side. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Okay, so I think there's a way to filter the free ones. No? Or I just have to click on a bunch of them until I get something useful. Challenge yourself and fail. What type of glasses? 3D glasses. Challenge yourself and fail. Sketchfab. Yes. Sketchfab. I always go to Sketchfab for everything because they have a library of all the things. This model is free. Wait. Yeah. Free. Whoa. Let's go. I can download the OBJ file. That sounds nice. Let's do that. But because I downloaded this, it's not stylized with the same style as the other thing, so I'm gonna have to retexture this. So I will do that. And I guess maybe I will do that in the stream. I'm getting phone call again. Is it urgent? Oh, okay, wait. It's the plumbing situation again. I was complaining about this at the start of the stream. One sec, I gotta read this. Okay, what he wants is, I guess, I don't know how to translate this. I only know this Levine word, but it's like a pre-bill. The plumber, he sends the bill for what you do. But my landlord who gets the bill, he wants a pre-bill, so he knows how much he has to pay. And if he doesn't send the pre-bill, he can make up things on the spot. He's like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's gonna be this much. You know, he can make up the price. Sometimes they do that. It's a bad thing, but they do that. They take advantage of, you know, you not knowing why and how things work. So they charge you more than they should because they can make up words. But if you have them write a pre-bill, they have to write everything down what they're doing with the exact price. So they can't make stuff up. That's why my landlord wants the pre-bill. I texted the plumber, hey, yo, can you get me a pre-bill? No reply. I think he wants to put the price up, honestly, if you ask me. I'll send another message. Where is it? Which one is it? Wait. I'm confused now. I can't find the chat. Like, this is my boss, this is my dad. Oh wait, is that that's not the landlord? That's the plumber. Okay. Jeez, so many numbers. I've called like 4 numbers. None of them are saved in my context. One sec. I have to do this real life stuff calling. I'll go back to modeling in 3D. Jesus, I'm such an idiot sometimes. Okay, let's see what we got from the shoes. We got the textures and the source. Great. I'm gonna put this into the rigs folder. I see the the watch count went down. Somebody got bored of me just doing my stuff. I'm sorry. I have to live. I have to do these things. You don't know what it's like to be an adult. Okay. We've got this used New Balance thing. I'm gonna call this 03 shoes because organization is important. We've got the source and the texture. Why is the source in another zip? I never understand this. They always do this. And it's not a Sketchfab thing either, because I've sold things on Sketchfab before. I guess the MTL files also need to be here. And okay, fine. I'll put the textures out as well. Who cares? And I'll put all of this out into the shoe folder. And now I can just delete the source folder because it's all in the textures. Oh, it's open somewhere else. Okay. Oh, I think it's open in this. Yes. I've got the object, I've got the textures. Now all that's left is to open up the new Blender scene. Save this as 10_shoes. Russian using WhatsApp. File. Import OBJ. It was OBJ, right? I think so. Shoes. Shoes OBJ. Let's see those baddies. Whoa, okay, what is... Hold on. Is that a photo scan? I bet that's a photo scan. Right? Is it just laggy? That's a photo scan. They gave me a freaking photo scan. This is not usable. Hey Sharp, just want to say thank you. Really appreciate your videos and tutorials. Back then you changed my life, dude. That is nice to hear. I'm glad to see you guys are doing well. It's also nice to see, you know, like good looking projects pop up, you know? I mean, that is you. Practice makes perfect. I just gave you some direction, but this is all you. I can't take credit for this. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. However, I'm not proud of the person who made the shoe model because they sold me a freaking scan. They sent me a 3D scan of the shoe. I need animation assets. Let's go back. Sketchfab. I'm back again. Always back. I heard that customized keyframes are gonna be added into my animator. Is this true, Sharp? Yes, it is true. Custom Bezier handles will be added. Again, I feel responsible for this because I was the one who pushed Nimi towards adding this. I don't know if I'm the one. I know I had an impact on it though, so it's nice to hear. This is $30. If it doesn't show a dollar sign, it means it's free. So this. Where's the logic? This says $30, this says nothing. Oh, I think it's a dollar sign. Available on store. I think this is not free. I want to check. Yeah, this is not free. Okay. I thought it was a weird bug. Which ones do we need? Some that look like those skater shoes, right? But not a photo scan. I don't want photo scans. I want a model. This looks nice. Actually, it is my fault because I should have checked the topology and all that stuff, then I didn't. The reason Sketchfab is great, you can open the model inspector here, and you can see, let's say, Madcap. This is what it looks like. It feels pretty smooth, you know, not like a photo scan would. You also have wireframe, and this is extremely high poly. I mean, it's good. It looks good. But I don't need all these polygons. It feels like a lot of performance issues for no reason. See, I'm gonna try downloading this and editing it down, like just reducing the quality. Maybe I'm gonna be left with a similar thing as a photo scan, but it's gonna be cleaner because it has clean faces. The photo scan has bumps and it's uneven and it doesn't look good. Whereas this is a properly modeled thing. You can see, like they've got some topology tricks. You see the star here? This is diverting the edge loops around, right? It's splitting them in two, and that's a good tactic if you want to keep the topology, but it's good. It's a good model. Want to see the base color? Cool. Base color I can almost keep. I'm gonna tweak the colors, but I want to keep like let's keep the. Can I keep the rebook? I'll remove it just in case because I'm not sure. What's up, guys? It's Quadruple Dingle, Plan editor or something. It's Bezier curves, yeah, Bezier curves. Metalness, it doesn't have a metallic map. Why would you include this? Roughness. Okay, roughness I can keep. No need for changes. Specular map. Who still uses specular? No one needs this. Okay, let's download it, guys. We go shopping. Where's the download button? It doesn't have a download button. It's not downloadable. Yeah, it disappeared. It was just here. Frick! You find a good model and you can't get it. What happened with unused blue vans? Let's try the vans. Damn it! Make a Minecraft animation tutorial in Blender. I was thinking about that. However, my content is more focused on memes and the funny hahas rather than tutorials nowadays. I'm not sure. This is all triangles, bro. I don't think I appreciate this. This also feels like a scan. Like, look at this. This feels like it's a photo scan. Why are you guys photo scanning things? It takes you 5 minutes. You get wonky edges and artifacts in the texturing. I can tell this is a photo scan. Like, look at this. It's projection. It's stretched. It's not a good model. Stop selling that. I mean, it's free. Fair enough, it's free. If this was sold for money, I would have gone crazy. Don't sell this shit. It's bad. Okay, this is $30. If it's a photo scan. I swear to God, I want to check now. No, it does not feel like a photo scan. It feels like a legitimate 3D model. Let's see if I was right or wrong. I was correct. It's a legit model. Okay. I just need a shoe. I just need 2 shoes. I need 1. I can flip it upside down. It doesn't matter. Just need a shoe model. This feels solid. If I change the textures, they can look very similar to those. Let's see. Topology. Not too many polygons. Another plus. It's got all the detail you need. It doesn't have any copyright branding associated with it. And it is downloadable. It should be downloadable. Boom. We got ourselves the shoe model. FBX, even better. FBX saves everything, even vertex color, if it was saved there. And if it is, I can use that to further drive my textures, and it's gonna be fine. So, I'm actually kind of tired from this, but show must go on. I have work to do. I've been to work. Today I actually went home early. Instead of 8 hours, I was there for 5 hours. So that was good. I get to leave after 5 hours. But still, after work, after an entire day of work, you come home and there's more work waiting for you. And after you're done with that work, you have more work for your personal project that you're doing, you know, the piss bot that I've spoiled. If you want spoilers from my next video, go back and watch the stream. If the stream is not up anymore because the stream is gonna get deleted, visit DullBreeze. Guys, I have to advertise. DullBreeze again, it's my second channel, this guy. Subscribe. If you want content, subscribe. I post more frequently. Like the last thing was 2 weeks ago. I mean, the first thing was 2-3 weeks ago. The next thing was 8 days ago. So, you know, every 2 weeks or every week or something. When I get a stupid idea, I record something dumb and I post it up there. It's extra content. Plus, live streams. This is going on DullBreeze. You'll see it there. Maybe I'll edit the highlights. I have an editor now. I'll just give him all the work. Sorry, Eskan. If you're editing this, I'm sorry. I know I cannot pay you. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you. But thank you for the help. SharpWind, if you wanted to make an Oblivion rig in Blender, how would it look like? Cartoony, perhaps? Yes, I have one. I've made one. I'll show it to you later. Just let me unpack the shoes. Source. Head? Shoes? I don't understand the file structure. There's always zips inside zips. It's like you knew. 03. Shoes. I know it's not a requirement from Sketchfab because I've sold stuff on Sketchfab before and it never said you need to require a specific structure. Some sites do. CG Trader, it has a structure. It asks you, it demands how you structure the files. Sketchfab, no. I don't know why it has zip files within zip files, but it's annoying. Stop doing that. The start part was recorded. Everything was recorded. The whole stream is recorded. I record every time I stream. Okay, let's see. Open. I want to show you the Oblivion rig in my Minecraft Oblivion rig in Blender. It was in PewDiePie, mine all day, and it was in rigs, and SharpWind was the last one. To be fair, technically, this is a template by another person. It's like the Thomas rig. But you still need to customize it with the skin and with the preferences and how it bends and stuff. You know, FK, IK. This is actually a very, very, very solid rig. If you want to do Minecraft animations in Blender, just use the Thomas rig. Look, it automatically moves the eyes. The controls here are so advanced. Because if you hop into edit mode per se, there's a shit ton of bones here that are hidden. Like there's bones around the eyes. I think they're actually hidden from the viewport. Or they're on different layers. Yes. They're different bone layers. It's somewhere. Or is it like in pose mode? I don't know. I don't know. But there's tiny bones all around the mouth, all around the eyes. I've seen them. I've been there. And whenever you move this, yes, the head, because I've grabbed the head now. Whenever you move anything, it's got controls. Like transform. It's targeting the Thomas rig and it's transforming this bone based on, you can map it from a different value to a different value. So we can, it's like setting the individual values for each motion. It's like you animate it in advance. And then every time you move it, you get the same transforms, which is how this works. If it goes left and right, it kind of shifts the eyes sideways. It kind of moves the eyebrows up and down. It kind of does certain things, you know, and it's animated in advance and it's a really nice looking motion. This thing, you can move it up and down like that to control the eyebrows. If you spin it, you control the other eyebrows like this. You can move it individually if you don't want the other eyebrow. You can move individual eyebrows. You can move the whole eyebrows up and down. Here, mouth. You can move it here. Like, down, up is how you close and open. Left, right is how you do ooh, eh, you know? And at the same time, you can also rotate it to make him smile. Rotate down to make him frown. Combat with the eyes as well. Like here, if you rotate the eyes, you can make them look in the other way, or not have the eyes be as close, but, you know, slightly apart. If you scale them up and down, you will scale them. Controls are so intuitive and easy. You have a bunch of stuff here. I forgot what this is. Face controls. Yes, if you turn this up, you get additional face controls. These are some of the bones that I was talking about. This is like a bone in the corner. The reason why it's deforming so smoothly is because it has the subdivision surface modifier and a lattice, which is being controlled by this, because you can also squash the head on top of everything with all the controls and stuff. It's such a smart rig. It's really well done. I should make the anime SharpWind in Blender someday. Go for it. Make me proud. All right, let's see what else is there. So you've got RK, FK. You can control the arms. Like currently, it's in FK mode, I think. Like you got the shoulder here. You've got the bend here. You've got the wrist here. You can control the wrist. And the legs usually have IK controls, because it's easier to keep contact with the floor and stuff. It's good stuff. Here you have the main controls. And I use the same rig for the Mine All Day. Like this is the rig that I used in Mine All Day. And I used similar rigs for the other band members. And I used Model Bench to get the items in 3D. You know, it's a good project overall. It was fun. But now, I want to see the shoes. Open. Don't save. Go back into the Pokemon's rigs shoes. Now, file, import FBX. It was FBX. Shoes FBX. They're very tiny. Do they have a material? They do. Let's see it. What, is that it? Okay, I have to relink the textures. Yeah, right. I forgot. Stuff like that happens. He already has that one. I was willing to make a fan-made model, make it downloadable to him. If you did this sooner, if you did this before I started making the Mine All Day thing, I might have actually used yours in the Mine All Day thing. Just because it's got sentimental value. I was confused on Thomas rig. I didn't even try it, and I'm still at Minimeter. It's a good idea to learn Blender. It's so useful. I've done so much with this. I've shown my projects a lot of times. I don't feel like I have to go through and show you everything again, because it just feels like I'd be boasting at this point. But seriously, it's such a good tool. It's great if you want to learn more, especially because it's compatible with game development and you can do everything you want. I've made 3D models that have been used in VR chat. People get models, like they tell me, hey, make this model and use this specific system because it's in VR. Okay, you look it up, you see, okay, this bone has to be here and it has to use not shape keys bad. It can use constraints, bone constraints, 0 shape keys though. Every change you make has to be set to bones. The orientation must be right. There's a bunch of technical stuff that has to go into it, but once you research, do your thing, make it work, you can put on the goggles and see your model in 3D running around you. And when you talk, when the model talks, it can have different shapes for the mouth. I think that is the only place where shape keys apply, but I think it's an extra setting in Unity you have to do with shape keys. However, when you talk, the model will talk. It's gonna be there in front of you. It's gonna focus your eyes depending on where you look, because it tracks your eyes and shit. It's very good stuff. It's fun. It's useful. Okay, boys, it's been 2 hours. Originally, I had the plan to finish this as well, because I wanted to be done with at least the basic props by the end of the stream. But my throat kind of hurts and I'm tired. So, we're gonna do a coin flip. Another coin flip. Tell me, heads or tails? In the chat right now. Whatever you say, like, if your pick gets flipped, I stay in the stream and finish the shoes. And if the other thing, you know, if it's my thing, like if you say heads, I have tails. If you don't guess, I quit stream. 2 people said tails. I'm still a student. I will very likely do graphic design and CCA. I could get to a good college. That is good. That is good. Good luck, man. Like, seriously, if it's something you're interested in, pay attention. Seriously, learn as much as possible. It's gonna help you a lot. We had studies about, okay, Tails, I get it. Everybody says Tails. We had studies, I wanted to learn about 3D animation, about graphic design, about video, about everything. Like, I'm interested in everything regarding multimedia. It's all fun. I wanted to learn as much as possible. And we had this theory about color depth. Why do I need this? Who cares? It doesn't have anything to do with photography. It's not gonna make me a better photographer if I know how color depth works. However, when I was working in 3D, I remembered all the stuff like backwards. For example, HDRI. Why is my HDRI crap? And, you know, as doing the research and stuff, color depth. It's only got 8 bits of color. That's not enough for the software to differentiate what's bright, what's not, and display accurate shadows and lights and stuff. Whatever you learn on the subject, keep it. It's gonna be important. You might think it's BS, and you'll never need it. Keep it. Learn, remember everything you learn, especially about the topic of your choice. As much as you can, suck knowledge in like a sponge. The more you know, the stronger you are. Seriously. It's cringe, but at the same time, it's also very important. I'm not joking. I've completely disregarded history, geography, chemistry, all that stuff. Never needed it. I was barely paying attention. Geography, I almost failed. I was like half a point away from failing the subject. That's how bad I was at geography. I just never paid attention. Wasn't interesting. The second we had this, even if it was color depth or ways of printing, I don't care about printing, but it is in my profession, so I have to learn it. Regardless what it is, I was paying attention, full undivided focus, sucking all the knowledge in. And now, you know, I've worked for PewDiePie, you know, that's a win for me. So pay attention in school. If it's about your profession, learn about everything. I'm gonna flip the coin. You guys said tails? If I hit tails, I stay in stream. If I hit heads, I go. So the tails is the number, heads is the image. Let's see. Bonk. Doesn't count. It fell down. Let's do it again. Bonk. Didn't spin fast enough. Bonk. Okay. It was tails. I stay in stream. Let's finish the shoes. Let's do this, boys. Woo! All right. I'm gonna take reference from this image here. I already have the FBX, so I don't need to save this. I will, though, open Substance Painter. Because this is a stylized thing, it shouldn't take me too long to finish this. It should be quite simple. SharpWind, why did you stop animation with my animator? Because it has always been my end goal to move on to proper 3D production. I feel like I've said this like 3 times in the stream right now. It doesn't matter. Like, if you haven't heard about the reason yet, I'm gladly explaining it again. But I have always wanted to move on to proper 3D production, and that is where I am now. I work in a 3D studio. I do 3D professionally, and I do photorealism, superimposition, 3D modeling, texturing, rigging, everything. And it's fun. And we're doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm happy where I am. Okay, this is all good. 2K. Rigs, shoes FBX. Let's go. I'm gonna have to pee, though. I might be working on the shoes, but I'm gonna have to pee. You guys gonna wait? If I jump to the bathroom, it's gonna be a problem. Or hope not. I'm gonna start baking the maps and... Can you teach me how to animate like my favorite animator? His name is RoboDragon11. If you're talking about a specific art style, I'm guessing he's got a specific style, specific motion style, specific thing he does. I cannot help you there. You have to practice, try to replicate it. See what it is, how it moves, notice what he does to get it to move this way. Always my mesh name. And once that is done, try analyzing it, see what he does, and try to replicate it. It's gonna look bad, it's gonna be awful, but that's the point. If you, I said before, if you don't fail, you never learn. So if it looks bad, that's okay. You have to fail to learn. If you don't fail, you never learn. What is, there's a quote by, I think it was made in Adventure Time, where Jake the Dog said, sucking at something is the first step at being really good at something. So if you don't suck, you never improve. There's nothing wrong with failing. People take it to heart too much. Oh, I failed, I'm a failure. So what? So, like, you want to tell me you picked up 3D, and 3D being a very difficult skill to master, there's entire schools dedicated to teaching 3D because it's a very deep and complex topic with millions of variables. So you're telling me that you sat down, like with this complex, almost rocket science-like topic, you sat down and you didn't get it straight away? Sure, you're a failure. No, it's difficult. You need time to learn. Jeez, it's okay to fail. If you do something shitty, that's fine. You do 20, 30, 40 shitty things. You keep making shitty things until you learn and slowly stop making shitty things. Want to see my first thing that I made in Blender? Let's do that. Let's drag my name in the mud. So this isn't my first thing ever because I've been doing my animator. I've known the theory of 3D. I've been using Maya before, so you know I have backgrounds from 3D animation. This is me, like, was it first year of college? I think it was, like, yeah. This was me, like, 2 or 3 years ago. That wasn't long ago. So, I feel ashamed. But 2 years ago, I was able to do this. And this is nowhere near on the level that it was supposed to be. Like, you see, you've got this. There's no real, what even is this material? It feels like glitter. I wanted to make some iron stuff. The resolution doesn't match because I didn't optimize my UV maps enough. The background is blurry. It's got this weird line. No, straight edges. Nothing fits together. The background is not even modeled. It's just an HDRI. But the textures are bad. The model, what is the model? It doesn't connect anywhere. It's just a pyramid with the sphere. It doesn't have any connecting gears, any mechanisms, anything. You know, it's just fake and weird. You know, you can argue it's not that bad, but at the same time, I mean, look at the texture resolution. I could have done this procedurally, but I didn't. You know, there's a lot of stuff that could be improved. And slowly but surely, let's go through. Slowly but surely, this is my next thing. We sat down in the backyard as it was raining, had a glass of wine and a candle. It was nice. I said, hey, I'm gonna recreate this. This is what my backyard looks like. Okay, then I started doing stuff like this. You can slowly see the improvements, right? You can see it's still a bit cartoony, bad, but you know, it's getting there. I tried some abstract stuff. This is from a tutorial. I tried making a weapon from a game I used to play with my brother. I tried animating materials, making smart materials that behave with the way you move them, and I kind of did a thing. It transitions from one to the other. I knew back then that this material is shit. I didn't put effort into it. I just needed a placeholder. Then I made a photorealistic cigarette. It's photorealistic. That's where I started actually picking up and getting good at 3D. Because if you look at something like this image, it feels like it's taken with a camera. It's photoreal. This is all 3D. 100%. Everything on this screen was made entirely in 3D. So, improvements. Now, keep this in mind. This is my first ever photorealistic thing. If you keep in mind that I started with this, you know, it's about the journey. You need to suck if you want to not suck. You have to endure. You have to endure being bad. You have to digest, take the criticism, try to improve. I tried making realistic materials for wood. This is all CG. Everything in here is CG. I tried to track the cigarettes onto the table just because I wanted to trick my mom into thinking, haha, I started smoking, you know, but it doesn't look realistic enough. But, you know, I tried. Chess icons. This is when I started live streaming Blender stuff, when I started practicing modeling to get into physics simulations, of course. This is first Bori test. This is where I was testing Bori. When is this? Is there... I want to see information about this. File info. Yes. It was... Where's the date? Where's the date? I see no date. 21st of December, 2021. Wait, that's not right. Oh, that's when I changed my PC. That's when it... Yeah, never mind. That's not the original date. Oh, that was before. Way before that. This isn't even Blender. This is Bori. I have the entire Bori movie on my PC. Theme Cs, you know, and slowly it just goes up from there. Discord server icons, the turret stylization. This is where I started properly stylizing things because I understand how photorealism works, and now I can start stylizing. People think that first, as you start drawing, you start stylized, and then you go into photorealism. But that's not the case. If you want to stylize properly, you have to learn photorealism first. If you're a 3D artist, the first thing you need to do is learn photorealism. Once you learn photorealism, you can then stylize, because you know how to break the rules and you know how to get the stuff done. Yes. So this is after I learned photorealism, I started stylizing my things. This is from a YouTube tutorial, that's not even mine. I mean, I copied it. I technically made this, but I copied it, so it's not really mine. This is really mine, the Zon video. Stylized. The robot doesn't match because that's not my model, but you know, it's my fault. I should have taken more time with it. Zon, and I stopped saving anything in. The next thing is Pissbutt, super realism. We'll see, you know, it's about the journey. You have to suck first if you want to be good. That's the point I'm trying to make. Practice makes perfect. I am so much into graphic design. I sometimes spend like 4 or 6 hours into modeling, but in my country, in India, you have to be good at physics, chemistry, and math to choose a good course in a good college. I feel like this is beyond my scope. I'm not sure I can help you here, because I don't understand how policies and the society in India works. I know that there's a lot about the technical fields, like be a doctor, be an engineer, be a construction worker. I don't know. I know that it's more traditional jobs in India. They get more clout. But I'm sure there has to be a way somehow. Because there are successful Indians in the film industry. Bollywood is a big thing. You see a lot of Indian creators from India that get really good at 3D and make some of the amazing stuff. And Bollywood pays almost as much as Hollywood. Like it's literally, people say it's low budget effects, but they're getting more and more and more expensive, and it's like a proper film production at this point. Indian film market is huge, so I don't think it should be too much of a problem. If you get good at your skill, and if you gain publicity through social media, advertising towards friends, applying for contests and stuff, I think if you get a social media, if you have a presence, if you have reputation in 3D, someone is going to find you and you will get a job if you get good at what you do. I don't think it's that black and white still, because I might be wrong again. I don't know. I'm not qualified to talk about this. I'm just saying from what I've heard about Bollywood and India's film market and stuff, you know, it seems plausible. Should be plausible. Feet. Oh my god, someone's gonna clip this. Put it onto OnlyFans. SharpWind types feet. Okay, we don't need metallic. I'm keeping the roughness. I said I'm keeping the roughness from before. No, that was a different shoe. We don't need normal and height because it's a style. We just need base color and roughness. Okay. Do you like the annoying orange? It was good for its time. It was a special thing. The annoying orange. It was very annoying. Yeah. No, I was one of those kids who actually cited the annoying orange all the time. My mom fucking hated us, me and my brother. She hated us. We kept talking about the annoying orange, citing the quotes from videos. We memorized them. We kept saying them over and over. My mom hated us. I was one of those kids. Okay, let's make a base, because that's what I'm... White. Roughness should be the same as this. Oops. The same as this. And this shouldn't even have roughness, because roughness should be the same across the entire board. So this is no roughness. This is just going to be base. And then this is going to have a black mask. It's going to be a very, very simple thing, because it has barely anything, really, in this material. I'm going to add a paint. Are these connected, though? Yes, they are. The only thing separated... the shoelaces and the things. Okay, let's do this the hard and slow way, but we're gonna get there. I just have to paint this, and it's easier to paint with individual polygons. The UV maps are done well as well. I can be happy about this. I got a good model, and it was free, so whoever made this, thank you. You're a Chad. Let's see. To be fair, you have a very high IQ to understand annoying orange cinematic universe. I don't think I understand the cinematic universe. My IQ is that of 3. My IQ is this. There's a weird dash in front of it. I don't know what it means. I just know 3. I've learned that number in preschool. We counted to 5. I can count to 5 and it stops. There's a dash with a 3 in front of my IQ score. In case anybody wanted to know about this. Okay. This, yeah, it's gonna be fast. Just painting polygons. Like I've said, it's not one of those hyper-realistic whatever, the type of stuff I usually do. It's just you have to paint these polygons, and that's it. That's why I'm kind of impatient with this project, because it's like, I could be doing better. I could be making better things. But, you know, it's still a client. I have to respect their demands, wishes. I have a better idea, more fun idea. Let me take a brush and just paint it. SharpWind, what's your favorite Spider-Man actor? Oof, that's good. That's a good one. You see, I grew up with Tobey Maguire, so the first original Spider-Man, and obviously Tobey's got a special place in my heart because it's just nostalgia. That movie is something else. It didn't have the super high realistic quality budget CGI as Marvel does now, but it was still somewhat special. It made you believe, right? Because the way it was shot, the way it was set up, the way they used practical effects, which actually have a solid place in the film industry, it's just something about it. It's more believable. It sucks you more into the story. And Tobey was playing in that movie, so obviously Tobey's got a special place. Then again, what's his name? The last one, Tom Holland. He does a pretty good job playing Spider-Man. He's actually a very good Spider-Man. I want to say Tobey, just because he's got a special place, and you know, I can't abandon him. That's my childhood. That's the one and only original Spider-Man. But at the same time, Tom Holland is also pretty damn good. I gotta give it to both. Andrew Garfield, he's not bad by any means. I don't want to shit on Andrew Garfield. No reason to. It's just that I like the other guys more. All three are great. But Tobey and Tom, oof, good. Do you like RoboDragon 11? I've never seen his stuff, so I don't know. I can't say anything. So the feet as rubber means it could actually have lower roughness value. Nah. Keep it the same. And up here, I could have a higher roughness value. That. Yes. And this is the same material. So I'm gonna copy this. Copy the feet. Undo this. Make this mask black. Again, so I start from 0. And repaint some of this. Because it's got some patterns here. I think I could make it work. If I do this. No? And actually just paint on the stuff that's actually visible, because I can't make the other stuff invisible. This technically should be 2 materials, but I cannot be bothered. It's a very simple project that I want to do quick. This is the thing. It's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I don't know if somebody removed the message. I was gonna read this. That's awkward. I was in the middle of reading it. Bruh. Bonk. Oh, actually, I am tired, because, you know, it makes sense. I've been to work today. I've did all my responsibilities. I had the whole plumber situation, calling people up and down. I had to call my doctor tomorrow. So, I have this health thing with my health. I used to, you know, when your toenails, they grow, and they start growing inside the flesh, and it hurts, because it's growing inside the flesh, right? I had this happen on my toenail, and first thing, obviously, the obvious solution, we have to cut that, you know, we have to cut the toenail. Surgery. So they did this once. On one side, they cut half my toenail. It's okay. It grew back, obviously, but then it started growing into my flesh on the other side. So, boom, surgery again, they cut my toenail again on the other side. But as they cut it the second time, they noticed something strange. They put my leg into the x-ray, and they found out I have an extra bone growing from the end of my toenail, of my toe. So I had an extra bone. So we had to go to the surgery for the 3rd time so they can chisel that bone out, and, you know, I'm finally okay. But after that, after the bone got chiseled, my toenail grew back freaking deformed and disgusting and weird, and it's still It's still like this. Like I'm looking at it every day. I'm not gonna show it on camera to spare you all the details. But it's gross, it's bad, and it's cringe. And I'm looking at it every day, and I want to cut it. I want to pull it out, because it's like growing out of my leg like this. It's fucking disgusting. It's not even holding onto the finger. It's like it's not even a toenail anymore. It's just bad. And the doctor's office, my doctor quit. I wanted to get this solved for like a year, but my doctor quit, and all the bureaucracy and all the shit going on in the office, it took a very long time for them to get me a replacement doctor. Apparently there should be one. Tomorrow I'm calling the doctor's stuff. What is it? I don't know the Slovene word, but I'm calling the doctor tomorrow to see if we can finally get this fixed, you know? Jeez, I don't even know if they still have the new doctor, but I know they closed down now. They all went to vacation, and I wrote them an email, you know, this and this happened, I want to, you know, cut my fucking toenail off because it's disgusting and bad and unhealthy. And I got an automatic reply. They said, yeah, this is closed. We're not even looking at the emails, and all the emails sent within the closing time will be deleted instantly. So they basically, like, a normal response is, okay, you're on vacation, I get it. You'll take a look at the emails when you get back. No, they straight up said, we will delete all the emails. Do not send us anything, because everything will be deleted. Call after the 8th of September, which is tomorrow, and I'll do that. I'll call. I don't need to texture the insides, it's fine. I do just need to get rid of this, though. This stuff. And whatever's on the outside. The inside's got splooches, that's fine. I'm not bothered by this. Really doesn't matter. No one's gonna see that. But the outside needs to be pretty. What's the chat saying? You do gym? Oh, you mean... Gym is a name. You mean G-Y-M, gym. How can I be perfectly skilled in Minimator? Like this guy, which is my favorite animator of all time. I will say... texture insides or skill issue. No, I'm just lazy. How can you be perfect in Minimator? There is literally one and only answer. It's called practice. Sadly, there is no secret formula. There is no shortcut. There's nothing to do, really. You just have to work really hard, practice, and fail a lot. I say this again. I had a whole rant before. You have to fail a lot. You have to make shitty stuff. I mean, not intentionally. You should try to make the best stuff possible, but you will make shitty stuff. And you have to continue making shitty stuff and trying to fix it. Don't let it demotivate you, because you're supposed to make shitty stuff. If you're a beginner, you should definitely make shitty, bad, stupid, cringe stuff, because that is part of how you grow and learn. And if you don't do this, you will never learn. If you want to fly, you have to learn how to walk. That's it. If you walk, that's you making the shitty stuff. You have to make the shitty stuff. It's part of the process. If you don't, you never learn. Some people, they make shitty stuff and they never acknowledge that their stuff is shitty. So they continue doing the same thing, not improving, and they spend like 10 years making shitty stuff. I have a friend of mine, we had a company for filmmaking, and he couldn't take criticism well. He said, no, I do this perfectly. And whenever I said something, he just disregarded. He still has a company, he's still working every now and then, and he still makes shitty stuff because he never took any advice. He always stuck his head in the wall, as we said. He's as stubborn as a bull. He keeps doing the same thing, not improving. For an example, if we've seen my Blender stuff, you see the beginnings were not that great, were kind of bad stuff, shitty. I made shitty stuff, and then towards the end, we're making better and better stuff. I'm not saying the best there is, then there's no way to improve. There's always room to learn. You will learn all your life. I will improve my skill all my life, and it's required. You have to learn all your life if you want to be good at something. So that is pretty much the takeaway here, is that you have to make bad stuff. Everybody makes bad stuff. If you don't make bad stuff, you never improve and you never get good. It's a requirement. We learn by mistakes. If you make a simple mistake, you should learn from it. It applies to life in general. That is true. Great wisdom from Isaac. It's just part of the whole process. If you don't do it, you'll never get good. And I can't stress this enough. A lot of time, people will ask me, how do I get good? And it's just as simple as practice. Yeah, but I'm bad. Well, that's it. Practice more. There's no formula. That's it. Practice more. You have to practice a lot. There's a great image. Wait. I have to find it. How did you get good? How did you get good? I think it's at drawing. I will find it. It's not difficult to find it. Practice more. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. Meme? Comic? Comic. That's the last thing I'll check. I got pretty close. Anyway, yeah, okay, this is a meme, which is pretty much the same thing. They took the original comic, turned it into a meme. I think it's shitty, but okay, it kind of gets the point across. How do I draw as good as you? Practice. But I have with a small pile. Well, practice more. There's a bigger pile. That's the secret. Like, there's no secret. It's just a way bigger file. That's way more practice than people see that goes into it. That's the whole point. Close the window. Fuck this. I wanted to find the original comic. This is just bad. Tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday, bruh. I can't really wish you happy birthday in person, or unless you're on Discord. I can, but you know. Today I've made a mistake chatting in the wrong chat. People told me that I'm an idiot. Well, I've learned to chat in another one. I feel like that's not really a good comparison, but alright, sure. It comes from a good place. Add a paint layer. Do I just paint over this? I don't even know. Like, if I just pretend like I know what I'm doing, it's gonna look better. Yes. If I pretend to know what I'm doing, it's gonna look better. And it looks better because I pretended to know what I'm doing. I'll give you a little secret, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. I fail all the time. I make bad stuff all the time. But I'm so freaking stubborn that I will continue doing until I get something that looks good. Like the piss bot. I've been working on it for 3 months now. It's difficult. It's not easy. But, you know, I did something which looks good, and I'm sticking to it, and now it looks really good. So sometimes I don't know how much people still look up to me or not. I don't know how valid my opinion is on this. But sometimes, or at least in the past, people would always say, oh, how are you always so good, you know? And I agree, I've made some interesting looking things, but there were never... I never picked things up and said, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a banger today. Never. It was always, I'm gonna try doing something. Oh, this is bad, let's try something else. This is awful, I'm gonna stress so much. People expect a lot from me. And at the end, I got something that ended up looking okay. And that was it. That's what I stuck with. It's difficult to do something good. And for anybody, like your most famous, biggest creator, your favorite creator, Mr. Beast, he struggles with ideas all the time. And if he says he doesn't, he's a liar. Everybody struggles with ideas. It never gets easier. It's just that he is skilled. Everybody doubts their skills. Is this? Okay, thank God. He's got just as many issues as anxiety when everybody else. I saw him like in an interview. He was talking about, somebody asked him how you get ideas, how you get so confident. And he says, well, to be fair, I'm always nervous. I never know how the video is gonna do, and I'm very, you know, anxious about the whole thing. The thing is, he does it anyway. He practices, he fails, a video underperforms. He was uploading for 10 years before he got famous. It's just about consistency. Keep practicing and try to improve. Eventually you will get it. That is the whole secret formula to life. I just shown you how to be successful in 3 easy steps. I mean, they're easy when you say it like this. It's difficult to execute, but, you know, still, it's easy to get the concept. What's the chat talking? Have you heard about SCP? Yeah, it's like a lore, real life lore thing that people made up. I wanted to, as a joke, I wanted to show the SCP fanbase to my mom because she got super into conspiracy theories. But then I thought this idea can backfire because she's gonna believe it. She's gonna end up believing it's all real. And then I won't be able to explain to her that it's a joke. I'll be like, Mom, I made this as a joke. None of this is real. And she's gonna try convincing me that it's real. It was bad. So I just decided not to do it for the safety of many others. She was really into the conspiracies. At some point I just said, hey yo, let's not talk about this and let's not mention conspiracies. You believe your stuff, I believe mine. That's it, we coexist. That's how we put a stop to it. It was something, bro. Okay. This line is very bad, but I'm too lazy to fix it, and hopefully this is gonna be far away so people will not notice it. And this is painting both shoes. Great. What do you think is the hardest part of modeling? Interesting. Depends. I think it's getting the proportions and the shape correct, because once you have the shape, even if you screw yourself over with topology, like, oh, there's an angon here, it's easy to fix that. You can just cut it apart, move some edges and stuff. It's easy to fix. But the shape itself, like, I have no idea how I would even begin starting modeling the shoe, especially how to get to a complexity of this. Like, it's still very low poly. It's a very low poly shoe, but still, it looks very good. And I'm kind of intimidated by this, because modeling is not my strong suit. My strong suit is motion, animation. And this is pretty good stuff. Wait, there's more. This thing wraps all around. Okay. I'm gonna do some manual painting here. Because I can't drag select, because it's gonna go through everything. But I think this all needs to be gray. Yes. It's gonna take me a little while. I thought it was gonna be faster with the shoes, but, you know, who cares? It's fine. Now that I got an outline, it's gonna be easier to paint without going over the edges. That is the plan currently. Easier said than done. Yes. Do you like my username? The Lazy Soldier Productions. I don't know, it's pretty generic. Lazy Soldier. I'm not saying I'm any better. Like, my name is literally SharpWind. That is a name that 9-year-old me came up with. It's just bad. But, you know, I stuck with it because I think it's nice. Just keeping it. As something I came up with as a 9-year-old, and I just decided to keep it just because, why not? I think it's cool. Adds value. I have remained true to myself since the very beginning. I've got an agenda. I can imagine this would be way more therapeutic if I had my graphic tablet. I didn't think I was gonna be painting the textures. I thought I was gonna do other things, but here I am making shoes. It would be so therapeutic if I brought my graphic tablet here and just chipped away, painted away. Technically I could get it, but it's just 2 shoes and I can't be bothered. Maybe if I was like a streaming channel, if I streamed more often, had a fixed schedule and, you know, time in my life to actually do this, I could do stuff like this. Just casually, 1 sec, get the drawing tablet, come back. Now we draw. After a while, we chill, we watch YouTube videos. Because it seems like I work all the time. Like, I've been working non-stop for 2.5 hours now. 2 hours, 40 minutes. I mean, it's not that bad. I work for 8 hours at work, but you gotta understand. At work, I take a break. I go for a coffee. I have a lunch break. You know, I take breaks. It's very rare to sit down for 2 hours and 40 minutes without a break at all and just sit and do things. So streams are kind of difficult. I should take breaks, but you know, it's just 2 shoes. I know I'm gonna be free afterwards, so not a big deal. Ah, automatically save. Ah, it's good. I thought it was gonna take longer. It's good. Usually it takes like 5 minutes. Substance Painter has gotten so bad with the saves. Save times. Crazy. What's the chat saying? Minecraft name randifier gave me my name. Oh, name modifier. Rock Bull Gamer. You have productions at the end of your username. Do you like Hell of a Boss? Oof, Me, Life, and Dusk. I think we watched it together. It was interesting. It was a pretty cool series. I think it was made by Brandon Rogers, if I'm not mistaken. This guy was a comedy genius before, and it's interesting to see him do his own show and find the people who are willing to help him. It's a quite enjoyable watch. Brandon Rogers, he's a very creative guy. I wonder how he gets his ideas. I bet he's also struggling to get good ideas, and he's very self-critical. All the successful people I know are very self-critical. If you're not self-critical, you never criticize yourself, you never find anything to improve, and you keep on doing the same things. But the successful people, they self-criticize. They look for the mistakes so they can fix them. And as a result, they're usually more anxious about their things. You know, the ones that self-improved so much to the point were so good that they don't have to worry. Because if you see the mistake, majority of people won't. Your stuff is good, you're talented, you don't have to worry. But because they self-criticize so much to get to this point, they still self-criticize, and it's difficult to please oneself. I'm not saying everybody's like this, I'm saying the majority is like this. It's easy to fall in this trap, and I am like this. If something is not pixel perfect, I'm gonna worry about it. I'm gonna spend way too much time fixing it, even though I don't need to, because that one pixel doesn't fucking matter. I have to be easier on myself. And I am with this. You know, I made the diamond model in 10 minutes. What is that? Nothing. 10 minutes. You know? Really, just take it easy on yourself. If it's not perfect, it's fine. It's still gonna look okay in the end. It doesn't need grunges. It doesn't need edge damage. Sure, it's gonna look better with that, but it's stylized. It looks fine without. Take it easy on yourself. It's like a healthy forgiveness boundary to yourself. It feels like we're in a broadcast where the host is taking interview of SharpWind. Nah, I feel like live streams are boring if things are not happening. You know, there's this generational gap, as you'd say. The younger generation, they're on TikTok. They have short attention spans, you know? You have to keep them entertained all the time. It's difficult to keep an audience entertained. And kind of, I have a similar approach in my videos. If you watched my house tour video, I said, when I made the second channel, I said, okay, this is gonna be non-highly edited. It's gonna be mostly raw footage, maybe a few cuts here and there. It's just gonna be some extra stuff that I post on the side. Keep it easy, right? That was the intention. But as I started editing, eventually it turned into the hyper-edited, you know, funny thing. I even added the camera shakes and zooms and the red and reverb in the audio and overlay images of OnlyFans. You know, I added a lot of things in the end because it's funnier. Because I feel like I don't entirely believe this, but to some degree I do believe that people's attention spans are pretty short on the internet, and you have to give them something, a reason to keep on watching. And when I make my live streams, I kind of have the same approach. If I don't speak, I'm being boring, and I just find things to talk about. It's not really difficult. I just talk about things I find interesting, things that happened to me today, like the stupid plumber. Jeez. I wonder how much I'm getting charged for that. I mean, I technically have insurance, so insurance should cover it, but at the same time, you know, if he disassembles my entire bathtub, it's not gonna be pretty. Please don't do that, you know? You never know what you're gonna get. Some of them are very good, some of them are just assholes. And now we're playing the lottery game. It's a lottery. Is my plumber an asshole? Don't know, we'll see. Do you like TV show South Park? I like it, but I never watch it. I never take the time to watch it. I don't really watch television all that much. Don't take the time for it. I think I'll just blend some of these transitions in manually. I got 3 invite codes for File List. File List is a place where you can find almost any game, movie, course, and other stuff for free, and it's safe. Every content uploaded is verified by the moderators. That's pretty good. Well, I don't know what to say except for have fun, good luck, and use this knowledge for good. I would, if I were you, I would have taken some courses. Because the knowledge you get from courses is gonna help you forever, really. Knowledge is useful. If there's anything worth investing into, it's knowledge in yourself. Because once you have it, no one can take it away. There's no price on it. You can put a price on it to teach it to others, or, you know, to do a job. The whole structure of modern civilization is you learn a skill. Usually you pay money to learn that skill. If you say, oh, but my school was free, it wasn't free, your parents paid for that school. Education is not free. Usually you pay for that to get the knowledge. Once you have the knowledge, you can work a skilled job. Like I work in 3D production because I got education for it. And yes, I did have to pay for it. It wasn't free. Once you have the education, you work and you earn the money back throughout the years because your skill is valuable and people need it and they pay you to do it. Your boss is renting you. Your boss is renting you for a day, is renting your body, your skills for a day so you can do the job. And he can't just hire anybody. He can't just pay anybody to do it because you're the one with an education. And if somebody wants to do it, they need several years in that education. So you're pretty special, all right? Be proud of what you do. Want to see what the chat's saying? Are you making stuff right now? Yes, I am. Are you asking me or are you asking chat? I'm making stuff right now. This is for a client. He doesn't have high standards at all. He told me several times that I'm taking it too far, that I can take it easy. So I don't feel bad about reducing quality a little bit. It's not the best, but you know, it's passable. And that's kind of something what he wants. So I don't want to sound like a dick or anything, but he told me it's okay if I don't do it completely perfect. Masking stuff. Oh, yes, I'm masking this layer here. That's what I'm doing. I thought you said making stuff. That's a sign you've been working for too much. Like, got home from work, straight back to work. Gotta grind. I am excited for the day when the day comes when I'm done with this project. I wish to be free and indulge completely in the activity of producing my next YouTube video. My soul awaits for such day. My soul yearns to be free and work on personal projects. I like this song. What is this song? I gotta save it. This is Brunch. It's called Brunch. It's like laid back, smooth, old school hip hop. Let's go. I'm putting this on the playlist. I might use it in the next video. Hey, why not? It's gonna be a really good video. Guys, I'm expecting all of you on the video premiere. If you don't watch it, I can't think of a consequence, but yes, watch it, please. The courses do offer diploma certifying they have completed the course. Yeah, but it's less viable. You know, if you show some random online diploma or if you show an actual diploma from a college which has been, you know, approved by the state and stuff. Sounds like indoctrination. I guess it is indoctrination, but you know, it has to be a valid source, and the valid sources are the ones they deem valid. The fuck happened here? Okay. Ah, it was the other shoe, that's the problem. From that place to this place. I feel like I can ship one more off. One more! Okay. So it's gonna be like a red background. I'm gonna paint over it. But this is currently black, right? Okay. Woo! SharpWind, here's some copyright songs where the copyright songs used in Divided. Oh, you gotta go there? Okay, sure. There's a thing with Divided. Because I've used all the non-copyright sounds. None of them were copyrighted. Not a single one. I tried really hard to not use copyright music because, you know, it's a big project. Let's really try hard. Try to find some good ones and monetize it. Because I want to see where this can get. And for 2 years, it took me 2 years to make this. For 2 years, all the songs remained non-copyright. Until like a month before I released it, one of the songs, Rush Over Me by Elenium, became copyrighted. And as I used it, YouTube flagged it, boom, zero money at all. So yeah, that's why Divided 4 is not monetized. I think the ads still play, because YouTube is gonna play ads regardless. It's just gonna go into YouTube's pocket, not mine. So it doesn't matter. Don't blame your favorite creators. When you see ads on their videos, sure, it's annoying. I hate ads as well. But don't blame the creators, because YouTube adds ads regardless. It doesn't matter if your creator said, yes, I want ads, or if they say, no, I don't want ads. YouTube will add ads automatically. And if the creator says, no, I don't want ads, the revenue generated from those ads will not go to the creator, but just go to the YouTube instead. The ads will play regardless. So it's not always your creator's fault why there's ads on it. I'm not saying this to defend myself, I'm just saying like in general with your creators, because that happens. Aww. Hey Echo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Sharp Vikram on Discord makes good music. I assume you should be able to collaborate with him if you really need music someday. Actually, good stuff, I'm saying. I think I've heard a bunch of his songs. He has the soundtrack artist title, right? He is the soundtrack artist. I think I gave him the title before. But actually, I have a license. I pay 15 euros every month for a license for Epidemic Sound. They have all the genres, all the things, completely 100% copyright free, over 60,000 sounds and sound effects, music, anything I need, and I use this all the time and it's really good. So, I mean, if I'll need anything very specific that I won't be able to get here, sure, I'll contact Vikram. But in general, you know, Epidemic Sound has me covered so far. It's really good. As long as it doesn't get needlessly expensive for no reason. You know what I mean? This is where I would need I would need the graphic tablet for this. I have to improvise. Yeah, he's the soundtrack artist. And that is why I try to make my own soundtrack. Yeah, if you know how that's done, that's great. I personally know absolutely nothing about sound design. I mean, I know the basics, I know how to correct my audio in YouTube videos, but that's not really skill. That's a bare minimum requirement. I don't know much about sound design. I know the technicalities, but not the actually important stuff that sets you apart from others. As far as sound designing goes, I am no different than an average person. Maybe slightly, you know, because most people don't, like, some people don't know what fucking internet is, I guess. I have some skill in it, but no different from a sound designer beginner. That's what I was gonna say. I know something, but nothing of significance. Okay, now we have this. I feel like the black outline could... okay, the red, first of all, needs to have the same roughness, because it is above everything else. So if I duplicate this... And now if I give black... Oh no, because black is technically just the absence, so I didn't have to do that. Still, doesn't matter. If I give this a roughness, and give it slightly less roughness, so there's a little bit of a difference between the diffusion and the base color here. Doesn't have to be completely white. It can be slightly grayish, so there's room for what is it called? There's room for specularity. Still the brightest, but if there's light shining across, you can still see it. So this is currently the state. Hi GG man, what's up? Have you heard about SML? No. Why is everybody asking me so many questions? I don't know half of this stuff. I don't know what this is. I'm going to make this red as well, because it feels like it's a touch of color. It feels like it makes the shoes come alive, especially with the black. The black makes it possible. If there wasn't black here, I don't know if that would make sense. I feel like another color, like not red, would also make sense, but I'm not sure. It needs to have a color though. How are Substance materials different than Blender ones? Substance is a masking software. That's the difference. I'm not sure what exactly to say, other than the fact that it's a masking software. You have to use it to see how different it is. It works with layers, not with nodes. It's got, like, first of all, you have the layer itself. You can drive sources for base color, roughness, and everything. Then you can give it masks. You can add effects and layers like filters, compare masks, levels, fills. You can add fills like grunges to the mask itself. You can make stencils. Let's say I have to be on a painting layer, which is a, you know, paint on the mask. If I go down to grunges, for example, and I want to paint something onto it, I want to have this texture here on my shoes. I would either have to make a fill, like a new layer with a specific... If I want to have like this texture, but with green color, I'd have to make a green fill layer, add a black mask, add a fill to that mask, and add this fill to the mask, and then, you know, just move it around and crop it out, mask it, paint over it, whatever, so it's only visible in that spot. Or I could come in here, go into the stencils, put this into the stencils, and I have a stencil. Whenever I do, I'm just gonna make a new... Is the stencil limited to this mask? Of course it is. But if can I just remove this? Sure. If I add this stencil here on this layer, and let's say I'm gonna paint green or magenta, I can now paint this pattern through the stencil. I can resize the stencil, whatever. It's just useful, you know? You can either use it as a fill, or as a stencil, or as an alpha. You can use this as the brush, so every time you click, you have this texture. There's a lot of things. You have projection mapping, you have everything. It's really good if you want to do textures. It's useful, intuitive. SharpWind, who's your favorite animator? I do not know. No idea. And I think that's the problem. I have nobody to look up to. There's plenty of great animators, but there's nobody that really stands out that I look up to. I would say Corridor Crew, but their animation skill is actually not really that good. They're good with CGI, VFX, compositing. 3D itself, not that good. And I admire them, really. I love their stuff. But at the same time, I'm still not sure. When it comes to 3D, I'm not sure if I have anybody to look up to at the moment. That sounds arrogant, but I'm just, I guess I don't know anyone. Not the fact that everybody sucks, but I don't think I know anybody who I would look up to. Okay, so I made a black layer, gave it a mask, gave this mask a fill, and I'm gonna put like a procedural texture inside that fill. And now I can control the balance, the tiles, the contrast, everything. So if I do this, let's tile it more. Rotate it, because it makes it slightly smaller. I want to tile as much as possible. Repeat the UVs 5 times. Repeat the UVs 6 times. 7 times. Like this. I scatter this up. And now I guess balance, if I change this, it makes tiny little, you know, speckles like this. And then once you have this, you can also change the opacity of individual fills, opacity of the layers. You can change blend modes. If this... Like, if I make a new layer, get rid of the fucking stencil. I don't need this anymore. If I paint over this, and then I change the... Like, you have base color, roughness. Every channel has its own set of blending modes and everything, so that's another thing. And if I change this to multiply, it's actually multiplying the color on top, you know? So you have blending modes for realistic blending, right? If you put paint over it, you're gonna use something like multiply, you know? Because there's paint, it multiplies what's underneath. You get some more realistic effect than if you were to just use normal. And then you have roughness. If the roughness is set to 0.3, you can put the roughness to... What is it? Add. Linear dodge, add. And the roughness will be added on top of the previous one, because here is like 8.9 and this is going to be adding 0.3, so it's even more. It's blending mode for individual channels, and you have different channels like transparency, whatever. I haven't gotten to the best point yet, because if you make a mask, let's say I make a new mask here, and generator. Let's say I want to use the curvature map. I didn't bake maps. Yes, I did. I'm going to use the curvature map to bake this. So in here, it's automatic. You can make it less intense like that, right, on the edges, or I would just want to have it on the cavities. Fine. Only in the cavities. I will give it some contrast. I will get some other stuff. Where's the music gone? View more. Continue playing. There. Okay, so let's say this is what happens. This is the situation. You have this in the cavities, and then you can add a texture to it. You go into the grunges, you give it a grunge. Let's say leak. I don't know. I know this is cloth and leak makes no sense, but just an example. You put this image here, and it's gonna overlay it on top. Texture, turn it on. So now you see this texture is being visible here. But what I like to do is I like to invert the texture and put the texture onto subtract mode. Actually, I invert the texture here with the texture properties. But the more I raise it, the more grunges I have. And I actually put this grunges only in the cavities of my thing because I have, you know, curvature maps. I have maps that can drive things. You have ambient occlusion maps, curvature maps. Let's see. 3D distance, ambient occlusion, curvature maps. You've got pre-made masks, light masks, you know, based on where the light is. Position mask in 3D space. You can have an object only be grungy from the bottom up, you know, if you want that. It's very useful. I use this one a lot. World space normals. You have basically everything. You have so many tools that make it so much easier to do stuff. Substance Painter is fascinating. It's a really good software. There's a reason why it's industry standard, and unlike Maya's industry standard just for the sake of it, this is actually industry standard because it's got the tools to support its stance. I do suck as an animator. Doesn't Substance have some kind of simulation? Like they get real life texture? Yeah. That's actually a good point. It's a good thing you brought this up. Okay, this is turning into a bit of a Substance lecture. My work can wait. Let's say I have this fill layer with a black mask and the paint. You technically don't have to add the paint if you want to paint on top of it, but now this is a fundamental property of the mask. I usually always add a paint, because now, if I mess up, I can always just remove the paint and not, you know, have to worry about the whole mask being broken. So, let's see. Here, there's a new thing, physical paint. As a physical paintbrush, and you can set the emitter. Say the emitter is rain, so it's gonna emit as rain, and the receiver is gonna act like glass. That's gonna look awful, but okay, sure. And then my brush turns into a physical brush. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought it broke a little bit. Paint is invisible. I think I pressed something. No? Oh god, okay. Wait, let me fix this first. Oh, I still have the physical brush, don't I? Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. I don't think I saved in a while. That's not good. Completely froze on me. Just joined the stream. What's going on? What's going on is that I'm crashing my computer because I want to show Isaac something really cool. What if I undo? Can I undo, please? Don't crash. I don't want to lose my progress. You know? Can you save? Before you crash, can you please save the project? I want to pick up from here because I'm kind of happy with the shoe. I want to use this texture, you know? F. I don't want to redo this. Plus, I'll perform the ritual. I will bow down to your presence. I will honor you. Look, I'll kiss your microphone like I kiss your hand. Come on. I'll do anything. Don't crash. I need this project. I don't want to start over. It happens too much at work already. Oh. Okay. Whew. Let's just delete this paint layer. It is taking a while to update though. My viewport is responsive, but the changes are not actually there. I'm gonna save. Just in case. Rigs, shoes, Substance Painter, save. Just save. Please. I need this. Is it saved? Okay. For some reason it's very, very, very buggy. I'm gonna go into brushes, basic, hard. Is it like a black-white thing? Oh no, it's crashing again. I saved though, right? So I can close this. Close Substance Painter? This is the first time this has happened. It doesn't usually do this. I'm getting the fucking yeah. Close the program, cancel. Go, close. Shut down. Thank you. Now let's hope I didn't lose everything. Rigs, shoes, Substance Painter. Let's see. Do you like the song Surfing Bird by the Trashmen? I have no idea what that is. I've never heard that before. Maybe I've heard it, just not the title. Watch as I open the project. It's like 5 minutes into the past. Okay. Everything's here. It's all good still. Let's try a different brush, because now it is saved. I'm not worried about losing it. Now we can play around. So let's say physical paint. Let's see the emitter is just gonna be the default emitter, and the receiver is gonna be burn. Now, you have the burn fade opacity, the burn fade opacity randomness, the fade size, the burn life, how long it's gonna be. The DT is how long it lasts for. So if I drop this, it's gonna last longer. So that's like the how long it's gonna deteriorate. It's like a deterioration value or something like that. So now when I paint, this is now burning. Oh, it goes up because it's hot, it's burning. I get it. So let's if I do this, it's like burning into it. But I also have a black paint. I have to, you know, paint with the white. So if I do this, it's like this was on fire. You have to tweak the settings to get realistic fire. But if this is wood and you paint like black thing, this is too large. But let's say detrimental value is less. But there's also like how many it's gonna emit, like the intensity of the emission. That I don't know where it is exactly. Spawn rate factor. Yes, if I double this, it's gonna be more frequent. If I triple this, it's gonna be triple. Let's see. And you make a line here. It's gonna summon a lot of them. And this is sort of like the patterns it would create if it was burning, because it's going up. A really interesting one, I think, is not the burn, but it's like, I mean, fracture, I guess, always it's gonna be interesting because it looks like it's gonna fracture. It's like if you wanna draw like a glass shatter thing, you got fractures, different stuff. Maybe if I put this to rain and the receiver is just a default receiver. And if I do this, it's gonna lag again, right? The rain is the culprit. The rain is making it lag. Time to use Substance. Time to learn Substance and abuse this feature. Yes, save, sure, but close the software. I'm gonna redo this, reopen, export the textures, and slowly stop streaming. That's it. Come to an end. When will you do a Minimeter 2.0 review? When it gets released. It hasn't been out yet. Not released yet. But say, if Minimeter 2.0 releases now, say it's released tomorrow, I cannot afford to make a review video on it because videos like that take a lot of time. Mostly in editing. I have to sit down, get the camera, sound all up, record everything, and then I have to edit everything together, make a structure, add music, overlays, make it presentable as a video. It takes a lot of time, and I'm currently, as you see, dealing with this project. I have to get this out. This is a client project. They paid me for this. I have to get it out. I can't stall. And after that, I also want to finish the Pizbot. It's been 3 months since I posted a video on YouTube. It's been so long. I want to finish it. I want to show you guys what I've been working for the past 3 months, you know? I really want to get it done. And I don't really want to start filming another video because it's already a lot on my hand. 9 hours a day of work, get home, work on this project. If I finish soon enough, get to work on the other project. I'm working on 3 things. I work all day. Also, I'm getting a phone call. It's my dad again. You're gonna have to wait for a little while. I'm almost done streaming. If it's urgent, I will call you back. He's probably asking what the situation was with the plumber. Okay. Export textures. Let's get this done. It's only gonna export, you know, the normal and mixed AO. It's not gonna export because there's none there. So it's in here. Rigs, shoes, textures. Actually, I'll make a new folder. Call it textures new. Put it here. Export. Boom. It's only 2 pictures. Normal and mixed IO. He exported both. Let's see. It's getting late here. I will continue watching, but I won't talk as much as I'll fall asleep eventually. Will you review it with someone or alone? Probably alone, because you know, I'm used to my structure of the videos and stuff. I know what to talk about. It's probably gonna be scripted. I'll see the stuff in advance, check it out, and prepare things I want to talk about with it. Why can I not close my Photos app? What the fuck is going on? Everything is so buggy. It's Substance. It's all Substance's fault. Okay, I guess I can close PureRef. Don't need that anymore. So, now import the FBX. Shoes FBX. Great. They are currently... how large? 0.3 meters. They're actually correctly sized, which is nice, which is something. So I think if you go to shader editor, screw this, give this a diffuse material because it's the most simple one, and I'm actually doing stylized, so it's fine. And in the shoes, textures new. I actually did get mixed IO and normal. Wow. Drag these two in here. Okay, you can't do it. You have to do them one by one. This and roughness as well. Roughness has to be a non-color. Put this here. 3, 2, 1, boom. I've got myself the shoes, and it's really that simple. Now the only thing they need is the eyes that I've done from before, so it's all good. Should I separate them though? Make both shoes? Yeah, I think I do actually need to do that. So, select one. Do this. Select linked. Actually, I'll just wireframe select it now. Control P. Wait, no, Alt P. What's the selection? Just P. Yeah, separate by selection. So you got shoe 1, shoe 2. This is gonna be shoe right, and this is gonna be shoe left. There. So now each shoe can move. I'm not gonna make controls. Usually I would, but this is, I just want to get it done as soon as possible. Don't want to bother with anything. I want to append the file, which is gonna be the diamond, and a collection, and I put the eyes in a separate connection, but because they're parented, it still wants to give me the whole diamond every time. So this is 180. Put them down, scale them down. I'm just gonna duplicate. This is so weird. Like, just the fact that I have to put eyes on everything. Like, why do you want shoes with eyes? Is there any mouth? Ah, now it closes down. Okay. Pokemons. Is it this guy? Number 1? No, it's the other one. Number. No number. SharpWind, how does movie shooting feel like? It's actually very stressful because you have so many people, and of course anxiety. You don't want to mess it up. When you're in a film production, you know there's like, especially if it's your initiative, if you said, hey, I want to record this, you've got like 10 people. It's a small production. I've worked on a big one only once, but it wasn't my project, so I can't tell you much. But for my projects, you don't want to disappoint anyone. You have all these people that came here for you. Usually when I'm under pressure, I get sick. And then, you know, you don't want to get sick because there's all these people that came here just to make your thing happen, and you're just gonna cancel on them. It's anxiety inducing, I'll say. But at the end, when you all band together, when something does go wrong, when you have somebody who takes things into their own hands and actually helps the situation, tries to, you know, do everything you can, you see that you have this person who is not risking everything, but he's actually doing everything they can to make your idea happen, and it's a very good thing. It feels nice to see something like that. At the end of the day, if you're filming with the right people, you realize that everybody is there, because there are going to be disagreements. We used to fight on set quite a lot. We want to do this, and why didn't you do that? And it's bound to happen. It's just nature. But if you are with a good crew, with a good team, at the end of the day, you will sit down at some point and you will realize that we are all here for one reason, is because we're passionate about this project and we want to make it happen, and we want to make it as best as possible. We had this discussion before where the person who made this happen, who made the set happen and $50,000 worth of equipment, it was one of the biggest sets that I've been to. The person who made this happen for us actually flipped out on us. He was sick with people fighting and whatnot. I was usually, you know, just doing my job and ignoring everything, but, you know, fights came out, obviously. And the person said, like, I don't know, you can either band together, shut up and get your work done, because we made all this happen for you, or we can just go home and stop. He slammed the door, went out, a couple of seconds of silence, and I stood up and said, you know, I don't want to be a buzzkill or anything, but I've been doing my job so far. We're all here because I want to make this movie happen, so I agree with him. I don't know about you, but I'm going back and I'm going to work, you know, like I have so far. And after this interaction, people came to their senses a little bit. We started working closer together. But then afterwards, after the shooting, it's always the most interesting, because on every movie set, almost every movie set, you get this. People at the end drink in celebration, drink alcohol. So we went down into the bar that was in the building, in the evening to celebrate our victory. We successfully recorded the movie. And after the day, when we had all these fights and this big event, he sat us down at the table, slammed the door in our faces. It was no, something, you know? And after all this, the person who caused the most issues, the one who was behind all the issues, he walked in and said to the mentor, he said, you know, can I put a song up in the radio? And the mentor, mind you, after everything that happened, he said, all right, everybody shut up. He's gonna play a song. We're gonna listen and enjoy. That was something that warmed my heart a little bit, because we had all these fights, everything went wrong. He had every reason to be mad. He was the person who started all this. At the end, when the shooting is over, we're like a family. He said, everybody shut up. We're listening to his song now, all right? Even though he fucked up, he caused all the issues, he still, you know, was like a brother. It was like one of those bonds that kind of make you think different. It was a nice experience. But yeah, I've got myself the shoes now. I really hate this little triangle that slipped. Should I fix it? Yes, I should fix it. No shortcuts. I'm not gonna do it in Blender. I'm gonna fix it the right way. Okay, let's read chat. Sharp, I have another YouTube channel called Annoying Pumpkin. I'm guessing it's the same as Annoying Orange. A very similar thing. Hey Sharp, just a question. This might be already been asked a couple of times, but are you still checking my animation? It's been asked like, I don't know, 6 times within the stream. The stream's been going for 3 hours and 15 minutes. 6 times. Okay, no, I do not do Minimator anymore. I've been keeping up with the, what is it called, the development. I've seen the new features and they look pretty cool. I wish I had stuff like this when I was still using it. But in one sense, I'm happy for the new generation of animators that at least they have it, if not anything else. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna join back to Minimator. I'm pretty happy with Blender. I've moved on to bigger things. I'm working on photorealism. I'm working on personal projects. It's fun. That was always the end goal. That's the reason why I walked away. Because that was always, you know, the main goal. Base color. Gone. Okay. This is fixed. One more thing, I have to delete these two. Because no one wants them. They're cringe and ugly and bad. Alright. I think I've done everything I wanted to do today. I have all the monsters. Again, I still think it's a really weird project and I'm not really feeling it. Like, I don't know. But I guess when I piece everything together, it's not going to look that bad. Now, I have all of these monsters. So what I need is a different set of glasses. This is going to be slightly interesting, I guess. Glasses, the sword I have, the armor I need. I'm probably going to take this from a different model and modify it because it's going to be easier. The shield and the rocket boots. And after that, I also need all 5 items for this one. The sword, again, I have. I'm going to need a different armor, different glasses, different shield, different this. After I'm done with this, I get to throw everything into the main project. Let's see it once again. I have to open it because it's not in the recents. It is in here. I have to open the main project, the terrain, and, you know, animate the actual fight scene. I still don't know. It's hard for me to imagine this thing looking good. I'm not feeling it, but I'll try my best to make it as good as possible, you know? Right, this is what it looks like rendered. I'm gonna use Eevee because it's real time, so I save time on rendering. Plus, it looks good when it's stylized. This is pretty much the end result. Plus depth of field. I think there's depth of field in the camera here, yeah. So this is pretty much it. Like a quick rundown of the end. Oh world, what's the chat saying? When we know some shit about to happen or already happened, we're making events like black and white. There's a speck on my screen. Black and white chair. And if you wish, I can tell you more in Discord. It is a chair. I mean, you can tell me. I'm curious because I'm not sure what this is connected to. Like, where's the context on this? Because I moved on several things. I haven't noticed. Just joined. Okay. A lot of animators also use an animator to start, aka start a program to move on to higher things later. Yes, that's kind of what I did. I mean, I started my animator because I wanted to make Minecraft animations, obviously. But then, as the goal was to do something bigger, Minimeter become like a jumping board. And now that I understand 3D concepts, even though I don't think Minimeter is the best if you want to go for Blender and 3D production with traditional PBR material workflow and stuff, there's a lot of things Minimeter teaches you the wrong approach. For an example, I thought everything needs to be a lot of objects. That's not true. Like Minimeter, you make an item, you lock it onto the head. You make an item here, you lock it onto the head. That's how you model. In Blender or any other Blender, Maya, Cinema 4D, any other 3D software, you don't just parent things on top and call it a rig. No, you have to model the actual geometry, and that's something I had to learn the hard way, seeing the performance drops and stuff. Most of the tone is either from start to the scratch, but I assume you would like to start armor model from zero. Yes, that is true. You would usually want to, but this is a very low effort project. Don't tell that to my client. I hope he doesn't watch this video. It's kind of low effort. I'm sorry. Like the deadline that I got was not the best, so I had to cut corners as it is. My client is very easily happy. I see a ton of things that I would fix here, but the client's like, "Whoa, this is amazing, whoa!" So I'm not going to fix it because I can't afford to. I have no time. I'm already past the deadline and I still have a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna cut corners as much as possible, download the armor models and modify them. It's gonna work for this animation. It's just gonna be like a trailer for his game. And if need be, if it's gonna clip, I'm just gonna make another keyframe for the armor and manually move it out the way during the animation. Just cut corners. Go fast. Gotta go fast. Just get the result. I don't like working like this because I personally like to create things that I'm proud of, that I want to rewatch. This project, when I'm done, never gonna reopen ever again. Never gonna watch what I did. This is one of those things that you delete off your memory because I don't like it. I'm not proud of it. It's just something I had to whip up together. Divided. Not the best animation. It's got a lot of flaws, especially now looking back. But I still watch it sometimes because, you know, it was effort. I put my soul into it. Here, nah. Okay. In Blender we can add meshes. Of course, it is different. What will be the future projects? I spoiled my next YouTube video. I spoiled it in the stream, but you missed it. So if you want to see it, you have two options. Go back and find it, which is not going to be possible for long because the stream is almost over. Or subscribe to DullBreeze, where the whole stream is going to be posted on DullBreeze's channel, where you can rewatch it. Subscribe to my second channel. Look, this guy. We're getting close to 200 guys. Almost 200 subs. Subscribe to DullBreeze. It's got funny content. I shit on my toilet. It's funny content. Come on, I smeared shit on my toilet. I deserve a subscribe. I put tissues and condoms in the same shot as a crystal pyramid. I deserve a subscriber. Like +1 subscriber count from that. I think I do. I trashed my whole apartment. The whole apartment, I messed it up as much as possible. For the joke. So I can play the joke. I think I deserve it. Good stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna be... If you want to see what I'm doing, watch the video again. But it's gonna remain mostly a mystery. I think I have about a month left. I'm being optimistic. It might take longer. I hope not. I want to get it out as soon as possible. But it's been long enough. That's the word I was looking at. It's long enough. The stream was long enough. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours almost, talking non-stop, doing things. I think it's about time to call it off. Call it a day. Finish my beer. Oh, something happened. New subscriber. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Enjoy your content. You're gonna have to wait for a month, sadly, before I post something. I'm working on it actively. After I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna work on the Pissbot. Finish my beer in peace. Open Pissbot, work on Pissbot. Maybe take a short break, you know, to turn my mind off. I still lose motivation fast. Yeah, dude, it's a common problem. I have ADHD, so focus is all over the place. I didn't used to notice as a kid. I was coping very well. I was going well through life, but now that I have a lot of responsibilities, I can start to see it where it shows. It's difficult to focus. It's definitely you need to find some tricks. Like at work, for me, it's easier to... Maybe that's a tip, like before I go. At work, it's easier for me to get the stuff done because I get there, I know there's expectations of people around me that I'm gonna do my job, and it's always, get there at 8 o'clock, I leave at 4 or 5 o'clock, depending on the time. And while the time is ticking, I don't think about anything else. Until 5 o'clock, I have to work, and that's all I do. Sometimes I put on headphones and listen to podcasts and stuff on the side, but I work. That's what I do. When I'm at home, though, I'm like, okay, let me watch this YouTube video first. Ah, okay, there's another one. It's short. Okay, I can watch this one as well. Okay, time to work. I'm gonna go pee as well. Get up, pee, come back. I want to watch a YouTube video again, you know? And it takes me like an hour before I start working because there's so many distractions. So what I started doing is, when I get home, I say, okay, it's now, let's say it's 4 o'clock. At 5, I start working. It's like a shift. I start working at 5. It's like I'm at work. And I have to work until 8. That's it. And I sit down when it's 5. I'm like, okay, work. And I treat it just like I'm at work. I put on a podcast. I work, that's it, looking at the clock. And when it clocks out, I don't feel guilty about not being productive anymore. Even if I didn't get much done in those 3 hours, I know that I did my 3 hours like I'm supposed to. I set myself a goal, which isn't too difficult to achieve, and then I achieved it. I was productive in the way, plus I lose all the anxiety from being lazy about stuff. So maybe that's a way to counter, but that's something that works personally for me. Common animator problem, yes. I try not to use Google or Opera, just try to get me to animate. Yes, it's also good if you hop into a call. Recently I've been starting to hop into call in my Discord, because if I'm not in a call, I'll be watching YouTube videos and my attention will be divided by both. If I'm in call, I can't watch a YouTube video because I can't focus on the call as well as on the YouTube video. That's rude, right? So I don't watch YouTube videos, and you can't focus on the call 100% because you need something to do as well. So I started working and I can focus on the call and on my job at the same time, and it helps. Calls are good. Anyways, guys, my throat is tired. I'm losing my voice. I've been speaking pretty loudly, trying to be interesting and stuff. I'm gonna cut the stream. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to rewatch, again, subscribe to DullBreeze. Full streams uploaded there, as well as funny content. I really have to promote it. Not enough people know about it. What can I say? See you next time. I hope I get the next video done. Until then, stay sharp.